very big content warning once again for what's about to come. Topics of suicide, self-harm, sexual assault, and some other sexual encounters as well that are going to be talked about. So if you're not old enough to handle these kind of topics, or if you're not old enough or mature enough to talk about these seriously, please click off of the video. This is not for you. There's a lot in here. We're going to be covering everything. This is for informational archival purposes. This video will not be monetized, so I'm going to be going over this entire document. There is a lot in this document. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure there's over 150 pages. There's a lot. This video is going to be a long one. If you are here, keeping up with this situation, I urge you to watch the entire thing. I've been saying this since the very beginning, but instead of starting with the document today, we're going to be starting with the response that was given by Zeal on Twitter, with context and clarification regarding recent allegations that recently has just came out not too long ago. It starts off by saying the following. On April 9th, my former friend Ren accused me of sexually assaulting her. I immediately signed off all social media and started writing a counter document to disprove these allegations as they were false. However, over the next 24 hours, many of my friends, coworkers, and it goes to the next line, and those I looked up to the most, left, blocked, harassed, and distanced themselves from me. The feeling of mass abandonment before I even had the chance to defend myself caused me to spiral into despair, and I tried to end my life that night. I failed, and I was hospitalized. Over these last few days, I have continued to write my side of the story because I knew that I am innocent. As a part of my hospitalization, or as my hospital admission and my doctor's orders, I am not allowed to use any sources of internet myself, and thus not been able to stay up to date. With further developments, my family will be posting this document and reply on my behalf. During my stay, my mom has been visiting me, letting me borrow a laptop to write whilst offline, and reading aloud the messages of people who have messaged her. I would like to thank those who have messaged her, as it has showed me that even though I felt abandoned, there were still people who were willing to wait for my side of the story. Writing this document has been a painful, grueling, and deeply humiliating experience, as I need to share a lot of incredibly personal details about myself that I would rather have stayed private. However, I believe that sharing these details are necessary in order to defend my name. Please bear in mind that I'm still hospitalized and I'm going to remain here for an indefinite amount of time, something like that. And he followed by posting a document, which is what we're going to be covering today. I will link this Twitter post in the description below, and I will also link this document in the description below. I recommend going and reading this document, and if you have not yourself. I have briefly scanned over it. I kind of want to read it as things go. But yeah, without further ado, this was Zeal's side of the story at what happened at RDC 2025. It starts off by saying it was consensual interactions at RDC, or with Ren at RDC 2025. The last few days have completely turned my world upside down, and as most of you know, the events have sent me into complete despair. I am still struggling to come to terms with this new reality, and I am no longer at a point where I do not see a way out. Thus, I have decided to fight for my name and my business, as both have been completely and unfairly ruined by Ren's accusations. As described in this document and supported and documented by our conversations, it is clear that, and he highlights in bullet points, the interactions between me and Ren were entirely consensual. The messages from Ren were encouraging in nature both before, under, and after RDC, and did in no way indicate any form of displeasure. The last bullet point says, Ren retroactively decided that our encounter constituted an assault once I had declined to continue our relationship weeks after RDC. On April 9th, Ren published a document on Twitter accusing me of sexually assaulting her at RDC. The document is full of screenshots and her making up my intentions. I am by no means a perfect person. My autism causes me to have poorly developed social antennas that make it hard for me to read suitable social signs. I do, however, understand the concept and importance of consent. I can understand that Ren is struggling and that our relationship has caused emotional stress. For that, I am sorry, but the feelings are not facts, and what Ren may be feeling right now does not in any shape or form align with the events as they happened. I have been accused of a serious crime, sexual assault. Sorry, I gotta take a drink of water. I've been kind of going off. Anyway. As I was saying, any such serious claim should be backed by serious evidence, as the consequences for the accused are massive. No formal complaint has been logged at relevant authorities, neither at the time or the alleged assault, nor now at the time of the accusation. I'm left to respond to the accusations posted on Twitter. It seems that the burden of proof has thus been turned completely on its head. Ren claims an assault took place, and I must prove that I did not. There are a lot of accusations raised against me in the document, from the main accusation down to the sinister meaning of each message I have sent. I cannot possibly respond to each of these accusations, so I will focus on the more serious one, that I planned and executed an assault on Ren. It is impossible for me to prove decisively what happened in that hotel room, as only Ren and I were present, as I've also said. I can only give an account of my actions and my thinking at the time, but that will just be my words against Ren's. The best way for me to prove that no assault took place is to publish or subsequent conservations? Okay. Conservations. Okay. The messages are intensely private in nature, and I would prefer not to publish them, but I do not feel that Ren has left me any choice. And this is the end of page 1. We have 4 pages. The first one is it was consensual, a disclaimer, the timeline, and the full response, because that's like the chunk of this entire document. Okay, disclaimer. There are a few things to note before reading this document that I believe are important to keep in mind whilst reading. 1, I am currently in the hospital. One of the conditions that allow me to have access to a computer is the restriction of internet access. I have some screenshots in the document as I am working on this document before my admission. I have not been able to access Discord to take more. I will type out brackets, I think that's a star. I don't know the official term to that, but type out that character followed by the evidence I would have shared for these interactions where I cannot provide any. The only exception is a transcript of my entire conversation with Ren on Twitter, which has been made by a family member. Yeah, this is an 18+ warning. Go look at that if you were old enough to go and look at it. So, fair warning, 18+ right there. I'm not going to go click on it. There's a lot of the just straight up, you know what in there, so that's not my business to go and look at. Anyway, 2, because of the above, I am not able to stay up to date. All information I will be addressing is information only up to April 9th. Any information that Ren might have disclosed after this point is unknown to me, and thus I will be unable to answer. Information provided may be outdated should you cross-reference information that I am referencing, compared to what may currently be written. 3, for the disclaimer and the timeline, I have had help from my parents to structure and clarify my main points. I wanted to make sure that my main points are clear for all to understand. For that, I have needed help in the language use may be a bit more formal than my usual style of writing. My full response is more free-flowing and a less formal language, and you should bear with me for the typos and any timeline that is not fully chronological. 4, Ren is gender fluid. Over the years, I have referred to Ren as both he, him, she, her, and they, them. This is apparent in the different screenshots in our private conversations. I was told to use she, her, so I will do so in this document. And then he provides, I do remember reading this in the Twitter DMs. And this is the timeline. Sorry, I was looking at this before I decided to before I started reading it off and recording it. Timeline, getting to know each other. I have known Ren for 5 years, and she has worked for my team in the past. However, she was not a part of the team when we met at RDC. She was no longer an employee of mine, so there was no manager/subordinate relationship at the time of our meeting. We had an ongoing personal relationship. We communicated regularly, were familiar with each other, and developed a level of comfort over time. Additionally, I developed a crush on Ren because she was mostly a nice and loving person to talk to and hang out with. After Ren had left the team, we started flirting leading up to RDC. Meeting in person. Ren makes a big deal out of me for asking for her her height and weight. I work out a lot, and I'm proud of my physical strength. I did not need to ask for her weight. I was making a poor attempt at flirting, thinking she would be impressed by my strength. So when she said that I was allowed to lift her and when we meet, that was the first thing that came to my mind. In hindsight, a handshake would have been more suitable. We spent a day in San Jose shopping and hanging out in a suite in a hotel with other friends. I gave her a long hug before I left to go to bed. Hooking up. The next day, I was invited to Ren's hotel room after I had offered to come over and visit her while she messaged me that she was feeling down. She was crying, and we started hugging. I tried to comfort her. It was the best cause of action I could think of to console her, to bring her out of any emotional distress. After some time, she calmed down, and she eventually asked if she would kiss me. He said this as well inside of his response video. Although this was a private interaction and there was no recording of this happening, that information does stay congruent. Ren's description of her first kiss. 2 weeks later, the 17th of September, in a Twitter message. This is from the leaked Twitter DMs. All right, I'm going to read all these word for word. Bear with me here. Please don't clip this out of context. I don't want to read these messages, but I will because I know some people are listening along to this. Okay. Fuck you, man. I miss the way your tongue feels in my mouth every once in a while. Okay. Going off strong. Okay. Zeal response, hee hee. Ren says, like, when I tell you that shit had me lose my mind, I like my soul left my body. I didn't know what to say or form coherent words. I just let shit happen. Fuck oof. You're not even good at kissing. You suck. You like sloppy dumb idiots like you're just so dumb. I like tongue kissing, says Zeal. I didn't know I liked it until you did it to me. Like dead ass, I was shocked when then I fucking half passed out because it felt so fucking good. Zeal responds with, thought you said I sucked. Ren said, like, I wanted to kiss you. I wanted to kiss back. I just like bleh. I'm having to read this and I went from like congruent English to then typed English. You suck, because you don't start with tongue right away. Okay, except with me, because now you can, because now I like that shit. Okay, fine. You get the certificate of good French kisser. You got to work on normal kisses. Shake my head. Zeal responds with, yeah, or yay. Y-A-Y, yeah, yay, okay. Bruh, your mouth is, like, really big. I didn't know it was that big, or maybe it's because I've never been in someone's mouth before. Was my mouth big? Ren responds with, it was small and cute. Twitter conversation, the 17th to 25th September. We did not by any means have a perfect experience, but decided to try again the next day. Ren telling me on Twitter, I'm really glad you care a lot and didn't try anything uncomfortable with me. What? I'm really glad you care a lot and didn't try anything uncomfortable with me. What? This is a contradiction. And a very big contradiction, Ren. Okay. I'll continue reading. I'm just calling it out for what I see it as right now. And I have not developed my own. Okay. Ren says, and I'm really glad you care a lot and didn't try anything uncomfortable with me. There's also a part of the conversation I will say that is not shown. I don't know. I wish the full screenshot leading up to this conversation was shown, but that's what we have. Omitting, I don't know what the previous context was, but I don't, assuming that they're talking about spicy things, I'm assuming here, right, that does not, okay. Zeal responds, eats out my Ren. Ren says, please, ... Well, one thing I learned from this is sex is really hard, man. Like, damn, I thought that stuff was easy. Zeal responds with, you watch too much porn. Ren says, no, you do. Fuck you, man. I miss the way your tongue feels on my mouth every once in a while. Okay. Twitter conversation 17th to the 25th September. Second encounter. We decided to try again, this time involving condoms and lube. Ren focuses a lot on the decision to purchase lube and condoms, and the dialogue on Discord clearly demonstrates that both of us were out of our comfort zone trying to find these things in a foreign country. This is how we later talked about it on Twitter. Like, don't sweat the lube thing. I didn't get it because it was late and I didn't have time to. I woulda gotten it if I could. Ren responds with, oh, your spit was good. I just never felt wet there in a long time, so I was like, whoa. It was like, what the fuck, shit don't hurt no more. Zeal responds with, in quotation marks, I don't get wet, and then you thought it's because I didn't like you or something, in quotation marks. Nah, I got it. Oh, this is the screenshot that I was kind of going mad about. Okay, it's uncensored. Thank you for uncensoring this. No, I got it. If a girl needs lube, she needs lube. Or in this case, if a guy needs lube, he needs lube. That's why I didn't try to put it in. Oh, you can call me a girl, it's okay. Because you said it hurt. I'm gender fluid now. You can use whatever pronouns. I don't mind she. We met again and engaged in in romantic activity. This was fully consensual. When she expressed concern that intercourse might hurt, I did not try. Ren had asked me to stay the night. I spent the night because she wanted me to. We continued to message each other after I returned to my hotel room. Cutting contact before RDC. During RDC, I was informed that Ren had broken the boundaries I had set by telling people about our intimate encounters. Because of this, I decided to stop talking to Ren. Reconnecting after RDC. After returning to my home country, I learned that Ren had attempted to take her own life. I felt awful that had happened and reconnected with her to support her. A message thread. As a part of our post-RDC conversations, we moved to private Twitter accounts. These messages are intensely private, and below you will find a complete printout of these messages. I believe they clearly illustrate that. He puts bullet points here. I'm also going to get a sip of water because my throat is dry. Oh, man. Okay, as I was saying, the bullet points highlight the following. What happened between us was entirely consensual, if slightly awkward, sexual encounter. Our lack of experience meant that it felt less than perfect the first time, but we were both encouraged to try again the next night. The next bullet point reads, I felt embarrassed that I was not able to get Ren to climax as I felt I was expected to. This embarrassment might have led me to some abrupt action, leaving early, and similarly curt messages afterwards. The next message. The messages from Ren immediately afterwards are encouraging in nature and in no way indicate any form of displeasure. The next one. Ren's messages after returning to RDC gets increasingly explicit and confirmed to me that Ren missed me in our physical intimacy. Ren claims that she gave all of her affirmations at RDC because she was afraid of me and felt constricted. If this would be the case, why did she then repeat them many weeks later, when we were thousands of miles away from RDC and each other? Okay. That is, I'm not going to say valid point, but that is a point. Next bullet point. Once I had declined to continue a relationship weeks later after RDC, Ren retroactively decided that our encounter constituted an assault. I had earlier made it clear that I saw our relationship as a friends with benefits arrangement and that I was not seeking a long-term, long-distance romantic relationship. I am not a romantic person, and the large distance between us made a relationship seem unrealistic. The next bullet point. Okay, well that's weird. I'm being like devil's advocate here. You did say in your response video, or not your response video, in that video that was, I guess that was a response that you were saying you were going to, end it, that you loved Ren. So I don't know, a friends with benefits relationship does not necessarily, I don't know. I mean, usually you keep the L word out of that. From my personal experience, that's how you do it, but okay. Thought I would say something there. Throw my hat into the ring on that comment. I don't know if I fully agree with that bullet point. The last one reads, I realize that the messages do not necessarily leave an impression of me as a perfect gentleman. I could have probably have handled the relationship better. She wrote a lot about our encounters in a way that clearly indicated to me that she enjoyed them. In the beginning, this was on Discord, but we moved to Twitter as I wanted to keep my Discord for work and for fun. Read the screenshot shown on the 13th of September. The week in America has made me love being a female. I felt so normal and then you came in and made it clear to me how much I love being a girl with you. You're so lovely and caring and handsome and smart and talented and cute and big and strong, yet soft and gentle, and I never felt this special or important to anyone before. And then the next screenshot is, haha, loser skill issue. She spams a whole bunch of L's. My turn to tell you how your mouth tasted. Your tongue was so warm and addictive. It was moving in a way that shocked my brain. I went nonverbal. And it tasted so sweet. You sent the flavor of adrenaline and dopamine if they could be yummy flavors in my mouth. There's a space in between, idiot. Zeal responds with, oh my. Let's see. The whole Twitter conversation is in a different document as it contains sexual, pornographic, and explicit language. All names and faces have been redacted. And there's a link. Please do not click on this link if you are not over the age of 18. I'm not going to promote this to an underage audience, so don't, no. Okay, moving on. Cutting contact for good. After RDC, I learned that Ren had been awful to my friends at the conference, and as such, I did not wish to associate with her anymore. This was done slowly, and I was afraid that abruptly cutting her off would cause her to trying to cause self-harm. The team was not involved. No other team members were present during the encounters, and those who learned about it learned it was from Ren afterwards. People who were named in Ren's document or accused of complicity? I would have put complicity. We're not participants, and we're not hiding misconduct. Conclusion. I regret having to publish this document. I do, however, admittedly deny being an assailant, and I refuse to be labeled as such. My other shortcomings notwithstanding. I hope that online friends, coworkers, and close business partners hereby can avoid the apparent guilt by association that is rampant in the initial reactions I saw before I was hospitalized. I did not start this, and I am sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you. And now we're getting into the big response. Okay, there are 142 pages here. I'm going to record all of this because I want this for informational and archive purposes. So keep that in mind. Okay. Let's continue here. I'm going to take a sip of water, and we are going to oh man. Doing this for 23 minutes straight. I'm getting good at this. Okay. Having to do this a lot. Okay. Complete timeline. This is the complete timeline of all actions and statements from the moment Ren stopped working on the game until I terminated the connection. Ren's document contains numerous accusations and highly based interpretations, all of which I can refute with documentation and explanations to place events in their proper context. If you primarily want to see what actually happened regarding the alleged incident, you may press to the link below. Jump to June 3rd. We're going to read it as it comes. We'll get to that because this does jump to quite a bit further ahead in the document. May 2025, Ren quit her job. I quit working on this game due to psychological abuse and being overworked during summer 2025. I was manipulated into believing that I was in the wrong for quitting and was framed as me forcing him to fire me. I was blocked by the team, exiled from all servers, and I was told I was too unstable and a liability to be around. Not long after, he decided we should reconnect. He befriended me again for his own benefit, conditioned me to not think too much of physical contact, and took his chances to get alone with me. And the bullet points under are, when Ren quit, it was in a group chat with one of her friends. The way it came off to me was Ren was berating their work, saying how they were an awful person, etc. It felt like Ren wanted to be fired in order to quit working, without the need to resign on her own accord. The next bullet point reads, as I left this group chat, I do not have screenshots. Okay. At the time of our sexual encounter, Ren was not employed by me. She had left on her own accord 4 months earlier in May 2025. This was done in a group chat that I no longer have access to. This is like the thing he said he would put if he didn't have proof. As of writing this document, you may find a tweet on Ren's account that she sent in May saying she left on her own accord. However, at the time, Ren was still receiving a group payout. Even though Ren had left, I still wish for her to be compensated accordingly for the music she had made for the update, which released in June. As such, I decided to keep them on group percentage until the next update, which released on September 12th. Ren was informed of this before RDC and initially thought she had retained on percent for licensing. Another one of these screenshots that aren't provided. These were in DMs with another composer as they were talking over Ren's position. It was forwarded to me by them using Discord's forward feature. It was clarified to her that they were left out on percentage so she could receive proper pay for her work, and she would be removed from it on the day of our next update. Operation Heartburn. And then here's the screenshot, cannot be provided. There were DMs with a new composer. This was also forwarded. Okay. Her screenshots are not dated, but it is at the time she quit her job in May 2025. Earlier signs I failed to name at the time. And this is from her document. These screenshots are older, but I'm including them here because they matter in hindsight. I did not fully understand what pattern I was inside at the time. I made excuses for public humiliation, cruelty, and the way he talked about me to other people. Looking back now, I see these moments differently. They were not random. They were warning signs. He explicitly said he didn't want to close the door fully on me and wanted to keep a foot in the door. That's why I was with him, not a person he cared about, access he wanted to keep open later. And he puts under words his own, his commentary on the matter. I, in quotation marks, kept a foot in the door, in quotation marks, in case Ren changed her mind, because I wanted Ren to have a stable source of income, and because I was sad to see her quit. And judging off of the immigration conversations in the previous document that I had covered, that does line up. Okay. This is more, I think these are these his, I did not see, I thought these were from her. I think so. I'm zooming in here. Zero, okay, I wasn't aware that Ren was dead set on leaving Pressure until today. We talked about it a little bit, and they said that they'd be cool with me talking on their workload for the music for the game once they wrap up their songs for the upcoming OST release. If that slot's open, I'd be happy to fill them in for you. Your call, though, obviously. I direct a project of my own, so I kind of know how this whole thing works and shit beyond just music law. Zeal responds with, I don't want to close the door fully on them yet. In case he changes his mind, he's referring to Ren here, I'm going to keep a foot in the door. He was supposed to take a 6-month break, as after this update, he wouldn't need music for that long. If he doesn't change his mind within a few months, yeah, I'd be down. He told me he said it publicly so he wouldn't change his mind, so he does seem absolutely certain on it, but that's just fine by me. Would be super excited by the opportunity, but obviously if they want to come back, that's all good and that's all well and good. Actually, he wanted to call with me over the weekend to finish up the song, so I'll bring it up to him then. I've known him for like 5 years. He is very impulsive and an emotional person. Yeah, same here, lol. We've known each other since 2020-ish. Yesterday, he was very, very emotional. So, just in case. Yeah, of course. Everyone is replaceable. That is how the job works. If an employee quits, you must hire a replacement. That is kind of how it works in the real world, too. Okay, anyway. May 12th. Typo. Sorry. That tripped me up for a second. 2025. Ren constantly told me about relationship problems and an online crush. Hi. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. Like, what's this about? I don't know. I thought I was going to talk to them, and I'm like, maybe it's a bad idea. Blank is nice, right? What is it? Yeah, I'm in VC with Blank right now. We've been writing the new dialogue. It turned out really good. Man, why am I such a mess? I don't know how to, I don't hate them. I never hated them. I faked the whole thing of hatred. I can't hate them. Zeal, I don't know what I'm feeling even. I don't know either. All I know is that I feel extremely sad when I see them or start crying. That's all. And that's why I don't want to see them. I don't hate them. I suddenly start crying. I'm suddenly crying now just saying it. Zeal says. Ren says, you asked me many times why, and maybe I really never explained it well. Basically, sometimes I tend to feel really attached to someone who's really nice to me, and it gives me much attention, and Blank is extremely nice. And I hated the fact I started getting attached because it's weird, so I started crying at the idea of rejection, so I distanced myself to protect my dumbass heart from feeling torn apart every time. And I don't know if this is some traumatic reaction from a lot of shit I went through over time, but I can't seem to be able to pull myself together. I just crumble when it comes to shit like that. Zeal said, reject you, question mark? Romantically, I got attached romantically. I mean, everyone does that. Ren says, I love people who are nice to me. Yeah, that's normal, says Zeal. Growing up, not many people were nice to me, and I was literally groomed and used and assaulted because of this same attachment problem. Someone shows me a bit of love and respect, and I'm fucking thrown away. I fucking throw away my brain, and it's really bad. Getting romantically interested in nice people is normal. I gotta get a sip of water. I gotta go get more water. 1 second. Don't you just gotta love being able to pause the recording while on OBS? God, I love OBS. Hold on. I didn't realize that the screen was off center. Let me try and fix that. Zoom in here. Sorry, I know it's kind of hard to look at. Okay. She says, that's the normal part. What's not normal is crying over what can't be yours, constantly crashing out and throwing up and wanting to die. That is not healthy. So I attempted to make Blank hate me because I thought it would be easier to distance myself from them. So I said a lot of mean things to them. I have a crush on almost all my friends, to be honest, but somehow it hasn't been a problem for a while. It's only been Blank that I've gotten sick for some reason. Oh, wow. Oh, man. I hate myself. I hate my brain so much. Constantly ruining my friendships and running away from people. Burning bridges, as you say. Okay. Oh, okay. That is not going to... You show this shit in a courtroom, and it's going to explain a lot of what has happened in the past week. Oh God. Okay. Even me, he puts with that face. I don't know how to, the 3, I think it's is it the colon? No. The 2 dots and the 3. Because somehow when the bridge is burned, shit feels safe, says Ren. Yeah, well, this rules, but yeah, don't worry about that stuff. Having crushes on people is normal. It's basic human nature. And being sad that you can't be with someone is also human nature. Don't beat yourself up about being human. Ren says, it's my stupid brain that just goes, maybe I can finally find someone nice enough to chill with and not be hurt by and fucked up and destroyed by now. Once a guy told me he loved me and I believed it like a dumbass. Then he used me as a stunt to show off to his ex. Then he moved on from them to tease them, then threw me out and went back for them when he was done taunting them for their own fun. That was a lot of thems. In most recent relationship, a guy told me he was going to kill me if I left him. What the fuck? I'm always somehow getting into shitty situations with people when I think, oh, this person is cool because I'm a fucking dumbass. I guess I'm just really scared and confused. I didn't think that I was ever going to open up this deep and cry so hard, but here I am, I guess. It just feels better to say this shit At this point, instead of constantly looking like a weirdo who's making no sense at all, like, grr, I hate them, grr, I'm evil, I'm fucking evil, I hate them. Ren, in parentheses, or not parentheses, quotation marks, constantly ruining my friendships and running away from people. Burning bridges, as you say. Okay. Ren says, I am nothing but a lonely loser who cries himself to sleep after a long day at school and tortures himself over his friendships. I shit-talked person, and I'm feeling awful about it. I do mean things that I don't mean. Wait, I do mean things that I don't mean. I do mean things that I don't mean. I say mean, cruel things that I don't mean because I'm weak. Looking at you, at all the cool connections you form, it's inspiring because how do you talk to all these big people? I can never. I'm so bad at connecting with people and talking and just sounding normal. The thing is, like, I don't really, like, know how I can help you with this specifically. This is just something that I haven't had experience with. Like, this is Zeal saying this. Not the having crushes part. I've always been able to see a crush as like just that. Like, oh, this person is nice, but they live a million miles away from me. It's not happening. And then I move on. It's like seeing a pretty person on the street. They're pretty, you see their number, but you don't ask them and move on. Online crushes should be treated that way. Blank is pretty, you live across the planet, so you can't date them, and you move on. I can't give any advice on this, because that's just the only thing you can do. Blank isn't going to hate you for having a crush on them, by the way. Like most people, like... English! Yeah, I hate English! Like at most, people will go, oh, that's cool, and then feel confident about someone liking them. Blank isn't going to go, the person. Person isn't going to go, oh, that sucks. You have a crush on me? Fuck you! Just because you have a crush on them, so you shouldn't be crying about it. Like, most people like it when someone has a crush on them, makes them feel pretty / nice / whatever, so don't beat yourself up about it. He responds to the shit I talked, blank, and I'm feeling awful about it. Person isn't mad, they're just a bit confused, but they know that, hey, you have some mental issues, like you've said, so you aren't mad about it. You haven't burnt any bridges yet if you're scared about that. Can you explain to person just so that they're less confused? Ren, in quotation marks, I do mean things that I don't mean. I say mean, cruel things that I don't mean. Oh, God. Okay. Zeal, I've told them that you aren't mad at them in a VC like I said. Haven't mentioned the crush thingy. Ren responds with, they knew about that, but I didn't let them respond because I blocked them right after telling them. Zeal responds, oh, okay. I don't know how to talk to them. Says Ren. Then don't talk if you don't have to. You can just chill, but here, send a message. You don't have to talk to blank if you don't want to, but we still want you in the server. But just know blank isn't mad at you or anything, so don't think they hate you. They're a chill person. They understand. Ren said, oh, I thought you guys were in VC. Zeal says, we just left it because it's 1:30. I gotta be up at 9 tomorrow. Like, piss early, so I'm going to bed. Oh, okay. Zeal responds with, also, if it helps, it goes both ways. You're, like, awesome and nice and pretty as well, so don't beat yourself up about it. You're really sweet, says Ren. I just really don't know how to approach you, so I just never bothered with it. Also, sorry to, like, dump a lot of yapping so suddenly today. Zeal says, don't sweat it. Ren says, I'm stupid, my tummy hurts after talking so long, spams the keyboard with a bunch of characters. Ren says, could you make a group chat with person, because I don't want to talk to them in DMs. Zeal says, I don't know how to on mobile. Press my name and then add to group up. I don't know, this seemed pretty scary, man. Somehow everything turned out fine, and nobody hates me, and this is several hours later. This is actually almost 8 hours entirely later. Somehow everything turned out fine, and nobody hates me or sees me as a weirdo for liking people, and somehow everything is just fine. Thank you for letting me yap and helping me feel better. I talked with person in DMs, and everything feels fine. About a couple minutes later, also, since I said it in a dumb way last night, I think you're cute and silly and fun and dumb and stupid and adorable. Bleh. I just said it. Go feel awesome or confident or whatever. I now wish I turned away at that time after she revealed how she treats her friends and those who she crushes on. Oh no. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. The next... We're on page 10 of 129, and it's 40 minutes into the recording, guys. This is going to be a very long fucking video. Okay. Continuing, May 28th, 2025. Breaking her NDA. Okay. Okay. On the framing that followed, this encounter was later framed by them as harassing me. Wait, hold on. As them as me harassing them. I want to be precise about what that framing does. I approached them once in a public space to try and apologize and clear the air. That was not harassment. Calling it harassment flips who was in distress and who was being unkind. It gave them a victim position they did not earn from that interaction, and it gave people a reason to dismiss anything I might say later about how I was treated. And with Zerum specifically, it fits a pattern. I say this observation, not hatred. Wait, I say this from observation, not hatred. Once during a stage stream, I was in FL Studio. Kat briefly joined stage, caught a bit of the OST. They did not reach out to me. They went to Zerum. Oh, this is about, yeah, her leaking the stuff. Okay. Who reported it to Zeal. He entered the stage with 11 people and yelled at me. Shortly afterwards, Zerum and Kat unfriended me. Zerum had already blocked me, removed me from her server, and decided I was unstable. All before I had a problem with her. She hated me first. The coldness at RDC was not a surprise. And then she shows the logs for who was inside of the channel. Kat joining stage. Okay. They framed it as harassment as they tried to get Ren to leave them alone multiple times. Wait, what? They framed it as harassment as they tried to get Ren to leave them alone multiple times. The next thing is the stream in question was Ren streaming NDA music. Oh. I only yelled at her because she had done so multiple times before, and I was getting annoyed that she wouldn't stop showcasing yet to be revealed music, despite me joining to tell her to stop multiple times. Okay, and he sends the dino things, I guess the logs from that. Oh. Okay, hold on. Wait. Whoa. Back up. Okay, so this right here, I'm quitting Pressure soon. I'm tired of this. This is from... That's not from Twitter. Blue Sky? Is Blue Sky's Twitter? I think that's a different social media platform, but either way. Okay. I'm getting another sip of water. I have a big-ass water cup next to me. Gotta stay hydrated, folks. Anyway. Zeal said, frowny face. Okay, I'm gonna go on and assume this is because I yelled at you in the stream chat. I would like for you to only show off Search Party with permission. It's one of the most anticipated features in this update. I have no problems with you streaming certain bits of it, but all need to be asked me first, okay? I'm not mad. I wasn't mad. I was just concerned that you'd be showing off confidential stuff. I promise that you will get a break. It's just the parkour and Search Party stuff. And then we won't need music from you specifically for a while. Next updates won't need it anyway. Sends a redacted screenshot. Blank, you did something. Wait, what? Blank, something. This person's name did something similar. I think this is another person who worked on music. Oh, another contributor, maybe? Leaking character designs a bit early. And just like now, I wasn't mad, just really frustrated that stuff being leaked without asking me first. That's the same here. I wouldn't really mind you showing off Search Party. It's just you have to ask me first. Please don't get mad. He just wants what's best for me. He worries about me. I'm so sorry. I'm not mad. As stated above, just waiting. August 11th, 2025. Re-engagement, reconnection, access to control. Okay. All right, so earlier, midnight, 12 a.m., edit it. Ever since you said I've been a burden to... Oh, man. Ever since you said I've been a burden to you back in the group chat, I wished I never went to you and I was suicidal months ago. I thought you were my friend for the longest time, for all those years, yet I never knew your favorite color. What you like to eat never could comfort you. I guess this life either changed you or I've never known you from the start. You could potentially screenshot this and send it to Zerum. Ask her to help you figure out what you should think of me. What you should think of this of me, manipulative, writing something to you to make you sad and upset, ignoring him. He's sick, maybe. I do not like how she controls you, but like you said anyways, I digress. Ren, the big bad once again, is trying to make you cry, to make you upset, to make you sad, ruining your day, making you miserable. I'm sorry if this is the case, if that's the case, if that's how you feel, or what you're being told to feel. Thank you for everything, regardless. Okay. All right, so midnight at 12 a.m. The timing was the timing of the last album of release. 12 a.m. was the timing of the final release. My goodbye message to Zeal, August 11th. Okay. I'd referred to Ren as a burden, as it had been extremely mentally exhausting to console her whenever she had a breakdown. Every time I had been there and helped her calm down, she'd spiral again. I was not someone who was well versed in mental health, and her always coming to me was heavily taxing on my own mental health. August 24th, 2025. Ren asks me where I will be staying. Shares this thing. Zell asks which day I'll arrive at RDC. When I answer, he responds enthusiastically that we arrive at the same time, then immediately shares his hotel. This coordination was deliberate. And then it's like, when will you be arriving first? Why? Where are you going to be staying? The Marriott. And the screenshot provided, you can clearly see that she's asking where I was staying. August 25th. Hello, hockey, hello. I'm going to push you at RDC. What? I was simply excited to see Ren and worded it in a silly way. This was at August 25th. This was before. So on August, I think it was 7th. Wait, was it 19th? I think it was 19th. Whenever they were talking about the first planned physical contact. You're so dumb. I'm going to pick you up, kick you around. Okay. Like above, I was being playful. August 30th, 2025. Gift access. This is where she's talking about gifts. I was in a mall shopping for gifts to bring my friends before the flight. I offer Zeal as a gift as well. He deflects but redirects care by naming someone else Cat, who likes the same thing I offered. Oh, man. Completely ignoring the fact that the connection between the two, I and Cat, was severed a long time ago. Later that same afternoon, the bunny proxy pattern accumulates, and yeah, he can sit on top of me, followed by him explicitly asking my height. The bullet point under it, I don't like receiving gifts. The other one under it, I did, at the time, not knowing that Ren were not on good terms with Cat. I asked for her height, not weight. Height, weight, and explicitly RGC plan. Joe collects my height and weight directly. I answer. He confirms he can carry me. Then states explicitly in writing, that's gonna be me at RDC. Pick you up, toss you around, and kick you a little. He has already decided. He had sourced my physical measurements. He announced his plan. He did not ask. I exercise a lot. I am proud of my physical abilities. I was feeling a little prideful. I wanted to flex my strength. You can sit on top of me, stupid hat. Wait, deadass, hold on. How strong are you? Can you carry people on your back? I can carry you on my back and arms whenever. Ren says, can we do this at RDC, please? He. I mean, I guess I'm small. I'm not sure. He said, how tall are you? Yeah, he did not ask for height. She just gave it up. I'm barely 160 centimeters. Is 60 kilos a lot? I asked about her height because I'm small. I'm not sure. Wasn't very specific. I was simply curious. September 2nd, 2025. Picking Ren up. What happened at RDC? The first thing we did, this is also, I don't know if you guys have been, I don't need to explain this. You guys know this. What happened at RDC? September 2025. The first thing he did to me, not even a hello, he approached me, lifted me up in the air from my waist and twirled me from the sidewalk in front of the hotel building. There was no greeting. There was no question. He acted on my body before he acknowledged me as a person. I picked Ren up, rolled her around because she had told me that I was allowed to do that earlier. I should have given her a handshake. I'm going to meet you and pick you up and throw you around. You may do that. I like being picked up and thrown around. Okay. I hope this isn't, like, right here. I hope this isn't. I'm going to have to censor this if this is porn. Okay, it's not. Me to you, dumbass. If I was strong, you can't carry me. Okay. September 2nd, 2025. The suite incident. After spending the day hanging out with mutual friends, the group returns to a suite booked by a friend to hang out. I'm sitting on a couch. Zeal places a pillow on his lap, positions my head on the pillow. He begins playing with my hair. I was playing on my phone, not Ren's hair. Ren was playing with my hair. However, and when I leave, I give her a hug. Good night, Zeal. You give the best hugs ever. You're so cute. I love you. Good night. Zeal then stands up abruptly, says, well, good night, everyone. I gotta go. Then leaves the suite in noticeable urgency. I did not notice at the time, but later, during my healing and recollection of the events, the sudden exit after a prolonged physical contact is consistent with him having become physically aroused and needing to leave before it became apparent to others. It was 10 p.m. I was in a time zone that was 6 hours ahead of America. It would have been 4 a.m. at my home. I wanted to get back to my hotel room and sleep. He wants to repeat physical contact again. It's clear this isn't because it was awkward, but to remove witnesses. His solution is to do so again with fewer people around. He was planning to isolate with him while I assumed he was seeking comfort in me. He said, I just found it awkward that there were other people present. I mean, and this isn't an excuse here, but I got people who don't like PDA. Like, some cultures too don't fuck with PDA. So, I think that's not a bad statement to make. Anyway, September 3rd. Where are we at? 22 of 20. Okay. Okay. September 3rd, 2025. Zeal does not come, despite repeatedly asking when I would be back and calling me. He does not drive out to meet us. Me and Retracted ended up feeling bad for him and cut our shopping trip short to come and pick him up so he could tag along. They were 45 minutes away. I didn't like driving in cities, much less American ones. Crying in the lobby. There are many people around. Zeal sits in silence for a while. He says, so, have you found a new job after you quit? How's the new Piggy game going for you? Piggy is a well-known Roblox franchise. I've been asked to work on something under that franchise years prior, under Team I2R. Zeal had previously joked that I was cheating on him with another game. Now he was asking me about my employment status after I quit working for him. He knows this is a painful conversation for me. I was concerned about Ren's financial situation. I wanted to know if she found work yet. The cheating comment was a light-hearted joke. I started crying. I tell him I never wanted any of this, that he terrified me, that I thought he was scary but maybe it was in my head, that I genuinely did not want to work under him because the working relationship had made my friendship feel toxic. A lot of words, guys. I tell him I have started to feel abusive, I tell him I started to feel he was abusive. I cannot get out all my words, so I cry a lot. Zeal places my head on his lap and tells me it's okay. He begins to brush my hair slowly. I was hugging her against my chest, not my lap. I was trying to console her with physical contact. The playing with my hair was me caressing her head, also in an effort to console her. Ren invites me to a conversation. Can we continue talking about, stuff? Because I started crying and stuff in the lobby, just inappropriate. What stuff? Work and friends and what happened and stuff. But, IRL, because it's just better and more normal. Like what? Nothing. Never mind. It's nothing really. It's okay. What did you want to talk about? I don't know. I was trying to ask Ren specifically what was bothering her, as her just saying stuff without being specific was vague. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. The night at Ren's Hotel, on the night of September 3rd, 2025 in San Jose, California, 2 days before RDC, Zeal, developer pressure on Roblox, sexually assaulted me in my hotel room. I had been crying. He had offered to come to my hotel room to comfort me and hug me. Over an hour of constant crying, I was emotionally exhausted and completely alone with him. I went limp and nonverbal. I did not consent. He pinned my arms above his head. He did not stop. The bullet points under it read, this is what Zeal is saying. I did not sexually assault Ren. Although we had a sexual encounter, it started when Ren initiated by asking to kiss me, where I then kissed her, followed us by making out and her holding onto me tightly. Ren had been crying in the lobby earlier in that day, then messaged me later that night that she was crying again. I interpreted that message as her wanting me to come comfort her again. I offered to come over. She agreed. I did not pin her down, but we did interlock fingers at points. Some of these times, yes, her hands were above her head. The intention was not to pin her down, but to simply hold her hands. 2 weeks later, she wrote on Twitter, 17th of September, and I'm really glad you care a lot and didn't try anything uncomfortable with me. Yeah, dude, that is a big fucking contradiction. I don't, okay. I get the messages were deleted, right? But still, I'm going to continue. I had showered before going to bed. Zeal arrived at my room. His hair was wet. He had showered before coming. I did not think anything of it at the time. I assumed he'd been working out like he usually does and needed to clean up. I had taken a shower before bed because after sweating a lot in the hot American weather, I did not know at the time that Ren would message me that night. Confronting Ren. He entered the room saying, hey, it's okay. He grabbed me immediately and lifted me up in the air. I was crying loudly. He placed me gently onto the bed. He held me. He put my face in his neck. I cried. I screamed. I vented everything, all the fears, all the pain, everything I had unable to say in the lobby. Everything I had tried to bring up over text had been deflected from. He held me through all of it. During this time, he kept shifting our positions. He moved our bodies in ways I did not fully register at the time because I was too uncomfortable by the emotional release to process what was physically happening. It was only over a month later that I recognized that these position changes were. At one point, he wrapped both of us in a blanket like a burrito. I found this comforting. Being cozied up as I cried helped me feel safe. This was my favorite moment. I screamed in Zeal's ear, you're so safe, until my voice gave out. After a while, calming down, I asked about the others. Cyborg must be waiting for us. We were supposed to have dinner. Zeal told me not to worry about it. He texted Cyborg, we're ditching. He just stay alone with me in my hotel room. But approximately an hour and a half after constant screaming, venting, and crying, I was spent, exhausted. I felt limp. The bullet points under Zeal says, once I entered the room, Ren reached out in order to form a hug. We hugged. I gently lifted her up and I laid her on the bed. It should be noted that I never interacted with anyone in a way that I've had to calm her down whilst in an active meltdown. Any positions that may have happened were not intended to be sexual. I was trying to calm her down by simply being close to her as she... Oh, wow. I'm like out of breath. Okay. As the way she acted, that was not what she needed. This is what she needed. I genuinely wanted to help her calm down, and I did not know what else to do. Ren initiated the kiss. After approximately an hour, I felt exhausted. That's when it changed. Ren lifted my arms and bent them above my head. Slowly and gently, he put his lips down my chin and began breathing heavily. He became feral. Without warning, he forced his tongue deep in my mouth. I did not notice what was happening. My body felt strange. I was confused. Before I could process, he put his hands inside my shirt and began touching my breasts. He kept kissing me. He started undressing me. He flipped me over. He took my bra off. He touched my breast with both hands. He took his shirt off. This is an important detail Ren left out. After Ren had stopped crying and had calmed down, Ren said, you should get more comfortable, as I was currently in a very uncomfortable position. Shortly after I had moved around, Ren said the following, can I kiss you? Instead of responding with words, I kissed Ren on the lips. After that, we started making out. Okay. Ren was smiling, laughing, and giggling when we weren't kissing, so it did not occur to me, nor was there any indication or communication that it was non-consensual. Like, in a later message on kissing, tongue in my mouth that day, I still, can't forget about how it tasted. Fuck you, man, I miss the way your tongue feels in my mouth every once in a while. I stopped when she said, it hurts. I remember clearly being scared and confused at that specific moment. Seeing his bare chest, there was no time to think everything was happening too fast. He pulled my pants underwear off. He began fingering me aggressively. It hurt. I told him, it hurts, it hurts. As above, Ren was laughing and giggling during this. Wait, what? There was no time. As above, Ren was laughing during giggling at this during this. I did not finger Ren aggressively, just poorly. This was my first time with a woman, and I was not experienced and did not understand everything as well as I should have. I did it slowly. Then when she expressed discomfort, I stopped and asked if she was okay. I asked if I could try again, and she said yes. During this, Ren was trying to visually guide me on how to finger her by doing it herself. He then began fingering me again, and with the same finger, he just forced down my throat. It hurts. I tried to endure it. I could not. I told him, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. At no point did I force my finger down Ren's throat. Although my long hair did fall into her mouth at one point, it was accidental. Sorry, I hit my microphone. Putting fingers in someone's mouth isn't something I find attractive/sexy and wouldn't have done so unless asked. Later from Twitter. That's why the day I told you to get lube and I'm embarrassed by the fact I don't get wet and then you thought it's because I don't like you or something. I was worried even more about my body, but yeah, it's just my body acts like that. Your spit helped a lot, though. I didn't think about that being a possibility during the time. I was like, whoa. Under it, Ren later described to me that she did not get wet because that's how her body acts. She states that's how she liked me. Wait. She states that she liked me. What? Body acts. I was like, well, there was spit involved the next day. It was from my mouth, not hers. He stopped, he lied down and said, well, I'm tired. I guess we're not into each other. When I expressed pain, he did not check on me. He did not ask if I was okay. He made me feel bad about the rejection. He framed my physical distress as a lack of desire for him. He forced me to choose between enduring what was happening or losing him. This is coercion. I did say that, but it was more of a lighthearted, joking manner, as this was my first time being intimate with a woman. I very much did check up on her. I wanted to ensure that she was having a good time as well. She said she liked me. I panicked. I began comforting him. I told him I liked him so much, that I always liked him. It was just me, that I was a little broken sometimes, that my body doesn't always work. I told him I was trying. This is true. She did say that. With previous conversations in the past about having crushes on each other, I believed it. I also understood that certain bodily functions, natural lubrication, not working was natural, and reassured her multiple times that this was not something to be embarrassed over. Taking another sip of water. I made this mistake in the first time when I did the very first document by not having any water, and it gave me one fucking migraine. So, bear with me here, y'all. Okay. Where was I? It's true. Previous conversations, crush. Wait, she said she liked me. Yeah, okay. I put my pants back on when asked. He got up. He stood in front of the bed. He took his pants off, exposing himself. I put my hand and yelled, no, don't no. He put them back on immediately. I was terrified to make him feel rejected. Immediately reversed. No, I'm sorry. You already took them off. I saw it. It's okay. I didn't mean it. He took them off again. He lay in front of me and say something to the effect, well, this is my penis. This is partially true, but the quotes are misrepresented in tone. Although Ren said no, it was only after I had taken them off. However, it was said in a laughingly embarrassing tone. I covered it up immediately regardless, as this is not something I wanted to proceed with if unconsensual. Ren followed up by saying something on the lines of, wait, isn't that a bit early? Implying that there was more foreplay needed to work up to that stage. I did not say, well, this is my penis. It's so fucking goofy. Okay. I lay naked in the bed. I stared. I did not register what I was supposed to do. I asked, do you want me to touch it? What if it hurts you? He assured me it's fine, and I did. He did not like it. He told me to try it with my mouth. I listened. I obeyed. I was trying as hard as I could to appeal to him, as he would not abandon me. So he would not tell me he would not tell me we did not work, so he would not say that we were in love. I didn't like it because it was a very weird feeling, so I asked her to stop. I did not suggest that she give me oral that night. I said, "It hurts." He stopped for 1 second, then put his finger in my throat. I screamed, "No!" When he exposed himself, he turned my pain into rejection. He used my fear of abandonment to make me comply. Every time I resisted, he made me feel like the problem. The rest is a blur. I remember that he ejaculated on my stomach. I felt nothing, no release, no dissatisfaction, only constant fear that he did not like me back, and that I had to perform for him. He kept reassuring him because he was a misunderstood autistic man, something he referenced multiple times during the encounter as an explanation for his behavior. As commented above, I never put a finger in her throat. I asked if I was allowed to ejaculate on her stomach. She said yes. Later on Twitter, I asked if she had liked it. I don't like reading these. Me when I have to come on Ren because she's cool. Do you like being cummed on, by the way? Not sure if you liked it. I did. I kept caressing my body where you... Okay. I kept caressing my body where you came, and I'm like, okay. Thanks, man. Oh, my God. I hate being a narrator for this shit sometimes. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Twitter conversation 17th, 25th. I gotta more water. Okay, he began shivering and shaking. I grabbed napkins and I tried to wipe it off. I was drying, but it began drying on my skin. He ran to the bathroom, wet a towel, started wiping it off on me. I did not like how it was going. He grabbed me, put me in under the shower. He began washing me off with soap with his hand, scrubbing until he was satisfied with nothing left. He left me... his hand was shaking the entire time. I was terrified, not of what just happened, but of how it scared me. I stood under the water and told him, "Zeal, it's okay, you're okay. Zeal, please listen to me, it's okay. I love you, Zeal. Please listen to me, it's okay." He did not listen. Eventually... Anyway. Okay. He did not listen. Eventually, he put on his clothes back on. He appeared to calm down, but every time he looked at me in the bathroom door, still standing awkwardly under the running water, completely confused about what I was supposed to do next, he covered his eyes and refused to look at me. He left me under the running water. He went into the room and finished getting dressed. While he was almost done, he said, "Well, can't wait for the Google Doc in 5 years." I screamed after him to listen to me, begging for him to come back. He did not come back. I noticed he left and was visibly aroused again, inside of his shorts. He ran out of the hotel room. That was it. Under it. This is my first time being intimate with anyone ever. This is my first time I'd seen another person in a bedroom naked. The first time I'd kissed anyone. The first time for anything. I was plainly embarrassed. I was embarrassed that I had touched a woman intimately for the first time and that I didn't manage to satisfy Ren properly. I was embarrassed, so I left out of embarrassment. I wanted to leave to be alone with my thoughts, and because I was embarrassed about that the encounter didn't go well as the first times are meant to be. Another bullet point. Ren was assuring me that she was okay, but I was still embarrassed. The under it. I washed us both up because I read somewhere that showering after sex was a good idea. And I, of course, wanted to wash off Ren because it felt like the right thing to do. Some aftercare. I left in a hurry because I wanted to be alone. The Google Doc comment was a joke about me being shit at sex. There would be a report about how bad I am at it, and not about a false narrative that anything had been done was unconsensual. I did everything I could to ask Ren if X and Y was okay, and get the reassurance first before anything. He came into my room. I was crying in an emotional crisis. He held me for an hour. I've already read this part. When I said no, okay. I came into her room because she had asked me during an emotional crisis and my interpretation that she wanted to see me in person. I held her while she was crying about the rest of the team not liking her. Once Ren stopped crying and asked me to get more comfortable, she asked to kiss me. We had a bad first time making out. I was shaking from wonder, not fear. It was my first time with someone. I was shaking from the feeling of hooking up with a longtime crush I had. A good kind of shakiness. We shared a shower and talked affectionately about the encounter. I apologized to her for not making her orgasm as well. I left as I was embarrassed. As a part of the embarrassment, I asked Ren not to talk about our encounter. I went back to the hotel. And the communication continued immediately afterwards into the days after. Should I have stayed? Probably. The urgency to leave an embarrassing situation was, however, too overwhelming. I was too ashamed that I had disappointed and failed Ren on our first time. After I got back, I texted her for a bit, then went to bed. My BPD switch is happening, and I went from extremely happy to extremely sad, and I'm crying a lot, and I don't think I can come with you guys. I'm crying is out of control right now. Should I come over? Wait, should I come over? I'd like that. Just crying a lot. I don't know where I am. I don't know. I don't remember if I said the suite ? No, I had my own room blank. The suite is for blank. Okay, and then 2 hours later. Well, that just happened. Lol. With the voice recording. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. You're so fucking lovely. You mean it. I mean it. You want to know, I fantasized about you multiple times before. It's just not the right moment. Like, it worked out multiple times when I did it alone and thought about you. The Gooner. Blah, blah, blah. You're so fucking funny, man. Ren told me she fantasized about me. I never fantasized about Zeal. Not once. That was a lie. She told me she fantasized about me. I could not know if it was a lie. She made a lot of stuff up to explain. I made a lot of stuff up to explain why my body did not cooperate during the assault like he wanted to, trying not to make him feel bad about himself or feel like a failure. My voice is failing me, guys. Or worry too much that he's hurt me. I was telling him it's not that I don't want you, it's just timing. My body works for you when I'm alone. I promise, please believe me, please don't leave. I do not know how to respond to this. I wanted to make her feel good. I did check on her during the interaction and did not understand at the time that she was experiencing the interaction the way she now describes it. I wanted her to have a good time, but due to my inexperience with sex, I was unable to do so. Later messages on Twitter. I want to fuck you. Okay. I managed to orgasm. I don't know if something's wrong with me, but I didn't get... This video is going to get taken down if I read this message. So I'm going to have it on screen. And you are welcome to read it. Or age restricted. I hope it doesn't get taken down. That would fucking blow. Because... This has to be archived, because if this document gets deleted, I at least want someone who can narrate it. Okay. Weeks later, when we both left America, she told me again about fantasies about her lack of natural lubrication. I never have imagined that going at it in a dry state would be something anyone would want to do. Okay. Let's see. My request for privacy. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Read that line again. If this was consensual, why would I need to promise secrecy? Why would I need to instinct anyone? I'm protecting him seconds after he assaulted me, after I asked for privacy as an instinct of embarrassment. And how would I not be good and how I had not been good for a first timer. Well, he then left a voice shaking. You're so fucking funny, man. I was trying to show him everything was okay, so I wasn't dead to him. I was laughing the way, and this is, okay, I was laughing the way shock, only thing your brain knows how to do is pretend everything is fine, because the alternative is falling apart. I already fell apart once tonight. It got me sexually assaulted. The first thing he said the moment he walked out that door, leaving me standing under the running water alone. Well, that just happened. 4 words. This was how he filed it away. He cracked a joke. He reduced everything and just occurred to me in the room to a punchline. He minimized everything before I even had time to process what had happened. I cracked a joke because in my eyes, it was just bad first-time sex. I had not meant to reduce anything we had done. It was simply a gag to comment on my poor performance. The same person who created something that millions of people love is the same person who marks my body without my consent. Then walked out of my hotel room. He made a joke about it. This is not something I can resolve for you, but this is something you deserve to know. I left after our encounter because it was the first time I was intimate with someone, and it was overwhelming for me at the time. I wanted to be alone with my thoughts, so I went back to my hotel room. I was embarrassed and tired, but still happy that my first time was with someone I liked. However, as Ren claims, everything she said during the time was a lie on her part, a lie I did not pick up on. Messages to me while I was asleep. I said goodnight alone 13 minutes later, I said 4 lines to reassure him. Every sentence oriented. I hope you're okay. Don't feel bad. Trust me, it's okay. Yeah, okay. Like, sorry, zombie commentary cutting in here. I'm more prone to understanding not being good at sex for the first time, because who is, right? It's something that you're going to be like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry I messed up. I'm sorry this sucked for you. I don't think anybody knows what the fuck they're doing during their first time. This would explain, like, your messages. I hope you're okay. Don't feel bad. Don't worry, I won't tell any, like, that. I don't know, man. To those that are still watching, thank you. Anyway, I said goodnight. Then alone, 13 minutes later. Yeah, okay, I already read that. This whole message. I am apologizing for not doing anything laying limp in my bed during my own assault. I was coaching him through this and through his shame. I'm sending reassurance into a silence he chooses not to break for hours. When he finally responds, it's 2 words. It's okay. He's not checking on me. He's closing the loop on his own discomfort and nothing else. When I then tell him I wish he were there, I immediately take it back. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I have been trained through the entire encounter to retract anything that might make him feel uncomfortable, even if I needed it. I was asleep as Ren was sending me the messages, Zeals says. Zeal also points out in another bullet point, I said, it's okay. It's a cutesy tone in order to be calm. I could have worded it better, but the it's okay was meant to be cute. He says again, I said sorry because I wasn't there, when she was expressing that she wished I was there. The next message, I was not checking up on Ren because I had a very busy schedule for my trip, and I hadn't planned for any encounters with her. As such, I didn't have the time to be there. The I'm sorry / I don't know what I was thinking came off to me as her admitting asking for the kiss the night before. Buying condoms. I hold my pillow. He says sorry. He does not come. He does not go to sleep. No acknowledgement of what I experienced. 2 words of absolution for himself and a good night. This is the line that dismantles any claim that the night before was what he wanted. You do not propose to try again after something that went well. You try again when your first attempt didn't go as planned. You know something went wrong and you want another opportunity to get what you came for. He is also making me responsible for procuring the protection. He is not offering to handle it. He is putting the logistics on me, making me the one who has to actively go out and acquire the means for this to happen. This is not the behavior of someone uncertain about whether I want this. This is someone who has already decided it will happen and assign me a task. Here he says, good night. Yeah, I've already read this DM, but cool song. Wish I could hear it on my PC. I've got some errands to run, like a makeshift dinner and Dave & Buster's. Maybe if you buy condoms, you can try again tonight. Okay, but I don't know how to buy those, and blank is around too. You might have to do that. Okay, you got the car. I said okay, and then immediately listed 2 reasons I can't. I did not express desire or anticipation. I say okay to create friction. I became someone who has learned that saying no directly is not safe. Someone who introduces obstacles and hopes the plans fall apart on its own. A fond response that has been rehearsed across hundreds of messages does not become desire simply because it's expressed with. Zeal annotates, these messages were sent to me during the morning. I had errands to run, getting an RDC ticket, finding breakfast with my mom, and because I am emotionally dense and not good with flirting. It did not occur to me that she was asking me to come over. I did not go back to sleep. I did not go back to sleep. I went out for breakfast with my mom as it was that morning at the time. I was suggesting to her to buy the condoms as I was hanging out with my mom. It would have been embarrassing to buy condoms with my parents around. I suggested it because of that, and due to Ren bringing it up that she was with a friend, I decided to get them for us instead of later during the day when I was alone. It did not occur to me that, okay, followed by logistical reasoning as to why she wouldn't be able to buy them, was meant as no. Okay. Yeah, that's not a yes response. Okay isn't yes. Oh, wait, okay. You got the car, but just a heads up, do research on sex because, well, I know I can get aroused. I think it's just how to do it. It's got to be slow and stuff. Okay. I'm telling him what he did wrong. I'm not naming it as wrong. I cannot. He will abandon me. Instead, I describe in exact terms what was missing the night before. It was not slow. He did not talk to me before doing anything. I did not refuse a second encounter. I have been conditioned by the past. Refusal feels available to me and am trying to make the next one survivable by giving him instructions, coaching my own abuser on how to hurt and scare me less, begging him indirectly for mercy. He annotates, I took a mental note of Ren's comment about looking up sex, as I wanted her to enjoy the experience as well. Yes, last night was a bit too fast, so I wanted to try again. I'm almost out of water. This big ass cup of water, and I'm almost out. Holy guacamole. All right. Okay, Sai beats you up. I'll keep that in mind. We will try again if it doesn't work. I still want to sleep next to you tonight if you're okay with that. I just crave closure with you. I need to be blunt and honest with my words, I guess. We can try, but I need to leave early because my mom. You also need to be blunt and honest because you're not coming over to my place. My place is better than your building filled with devs. Actually, that'd be better, maybe. True. His mother was with him at RDC. He had mentioned her as a reason he would need to leave early. He did not want her to even meet me. He did not want her to even meet me. He wanted me to go to his hotel room to use me there, and then to leave me before his mom came back. He did not want his mother to find out what he was doing. He also wanted the comfort of his own place, for something he wanted to do. He did not offer me to come and meet her. He was planning a late night encounter with me, keeping me entirely separate from anyone in his life who might witness or question what he is doing. I offer him a key card to my room, unrestricted access, making himself as available as easy to reach as possible, because the alternative, being someone has to work for, feels like the thing that will make him abandon me. I did not want Ren to come over to my hotel room, as me and my mom were staying across from each other and had key cards to each other's rooms. I did not want my mom to walk in on me having sex. Ren and my mom already met a few days prior in the hotel lobby. I did not feel the need to reintroduce her to Ren. I was thinking of my room because Ren hadn't specified where she wanted to sleep, so my room came to mind first. I declined the offer of the key card because I didn't find it necessary. Let's see. I offer him a key card to my room, unrestricted access, making myself as available to and easy to reach as possible, because the alternative, being someone he has to work for, feels like the thing that will make him abandon me. Actually, that'd be better, maybe. True. Yeah, I can give you I can give you my other card to come whenever you want. I have two. You can come over, make yourself comfortable around. Put anything you need here. I have the king-size bed after all. You can walk over right now. I'll give you the card if you want to drop anything here too. Now I got people to hang out with. Me too. Oh, wait. Right now, my mom breakfast. Again, she already met my mom a few days prior. Okay. He declines to come into my room and goes to breakfast and goes with his mom instead. I'm not allowed to meet her. I do not ask why. I have already learned to not push past boundaries he set because his boundaries are enforced and not mine. Again, she already met his mom. according to Zeal. I'm not that big of a romantic. Sorry. Females are super emotional beings. No, that's what I meant. Most guys aren't. You learn, make things so much better. Trust me. I'm trying to teach you. Porn just jumps straight to things, but the real world, it's got to build up slowly. That's why I said you're free later. You got to Google and search. Could give you an idea. That's all blah. Got to be around 23 or midnight because I got Dave and Buster's things with the mates. Oh, yeah, of course. Got to be midnight with me, too. I'm okay. I'm giving him the reason. I'm explaining my own assault back to him in terms that protect him from feeling bad. Not, you hurt me, but here's what you need to do differently so it doesn't hurt again. I'm sorry for his inexperience, offering to teach him how to treat me, how I deserve to be treated with gentleness and care. He did not acknowledge what I have just said. He ignores me. He tells me he can come around 11 p.m. or midnight after Dave and Buster's with the mates. He has said multiple times for the second attempt, he did not ask me if I wanted to try again. He announced he would arrive, and I complied. I didn't acknowledge what he said with a text, as I took a mental note. Wait, well, hold on, sorry. I was deep in thought right there. Annotations, Zell writes, I did not acknowledge that she said with a text as I took a mental note. It didn't occur to me that she may have wanted confirmation. Wait, what? May have wanted confirmation. The time I suggested was when would be an ideal time to meet up. It was not meant as a set time, just a recommendation. Thus, gotta be around part. Yeah, he does say that. The request for lube. Gotta be. Oh, this was not kept out. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this was kept out of the document. Okay. Gotta be around 23 or midnight, because I gotta be David Buster's thing with the mates. Yeah, of course you gotta be midnight. Me too. I'm meeting with Retracted person today, shopping and hanging out. We can text each other when everything is done and over. Okay, want to know something funny? 2 months ago I wrote a poem about you. I do remember reading this in the omitted information document. 2 months ago I wrote a poem about you because can nerd around tonight about it and show you what it means and stuff, because I write poetry in both English and Arabic. Been good at it for many years. Oh boy, poem writing. Is that bad? Is that bad? No, I'm not a poem fan, but we can look. Oh, okay, I mean, it's dumb. Hey, dum-dum, how are you? This is at 12 of the next day? Yeah. Everything going okay today? The oh boy was meant as a Mickey Mouse oh boy type of message and excitement. Oh, my throat. I'm going to go get more water. Hold on. Okay, I am back with my second cup of water. I know it looks seamless in the cut, but you can pause it on OBS. I don't know if you guys can hear my voice dying, but it is. I've been doing this for about an hour. I've been reading nonstop for about an hour and 30 minutes, so bear with me here. I'm going to try to do all of this. We're only page 43 of 129, so. All right, let's do this. Here we go. All right. Hey, dum-dum, how are you? Everything going today? 2% later. Okay, take care of yourself. Get some. Somewhat. Wait, what? Later, get some. How's blank? Oh, shit. I was going to tell you, you need to lube as well. It helps. I was at 2% when sending these messages. The rental car I was driving did not have a proper phone, did not have a phone charger. The text condoms was sent after Ren had said somewhat. I asked how her friend was because I knew they were hanging out. Okay. Let's see. He set a time for a second attempt. He did not ask me if I wanted to try again. He announced when he would arrive. I complied. He deleted the condoms message. The evidence of him arranging the logistics of a repeat encounter has gone from the record on his end. What remains is my reply, responding to it, adding information I had looked up on his behalf. I have been doing research after what happened to me in the room. I spent the day finding out what would make it hurt less next time. Not because I wanted it, but because I had been trained across the entire preceding night and morning that my body's failure to cooperate was my problem to fix. And I was afraid that the same pain happening again. The lube message was me trying to protect myself from pain I already knew was coming. He annotates, the condom message was deleted shortly after being sent because looking into my messages and seeing just the word condoms embarrassed me. This is an important note. Ren only suggested lube after she had told a friend about our encounter, and the friend recommended it to her. This was done in person. Her friend told me this at a later date in a call. Afterward, I learned that the private details of our experience had been shared with multiple people despite my request for it to remain private. That loss of trust has a major factor in the breakdown of communication between us. And the final bullet point is, I did not know at the time Rin had talked to her friend. The lube message, protecting myself, well, too late. I had already left the store after she had asked for lube in order to attend my scheduled meetings with the others. By the time I'd be done, the store would be closed. Sorry, I didn't know you were going. 2 messages blocks. Yeah, it's hangout time now, no more shopping. Like doesn't work after. I mean, schedule's booked. I can't go shopping because I gotta hang. I know I'm saying it doesn't work after everything is done before you can come. Come over. After she messaged me, I was with my mom again. Thus, I did not want to embarrass myself by buying lube with her. I know I'm saying it doesn't work. No. Oh, I gotta hang out with crew for pickup. Makeshift dinner, then Dave & Buster's. I know. All stuff will be closed by then. No, the stuff is open 24/7, is it not? The stores and that stuff? 24/7 convenience stores, to my knowledge, do not sell lube. I have recently checked the internet, and nearby stores that had lube would close by the time my activities were done. I was not able to locate a 24/7 store. Okay, hold on. I have been to a 24/7 7-Eleven before in America. And they got what you need, right? If you really need it. I don't know how it is over in California. I don't know what the fuck they do over there. I'm not on the West Coast, so okay, maybe. I mean, they're from different countries. Okay, man, you get it then, lazy ass. No, it's not easy for me. No, it's as easy as, it's the closest I came to saying no. I'm 22 years old, alone in a country I've never been in before. On my first trip outside my home country, I had no car, no license, no familiarity with the area. He had his mother with him. I was dependent on friends to take me anywhere. I had never purchased condoms or lubricant in my life, nor am I sure where they sell them in this country. I did not know where to go or how to get there, but Zeal did not care and called me lazy instead. He was 22 also, but had a rental car and a driver's license. His mother was with him, and he knew how to navigate the area well enough to move between hotels, restaurants, and Dave & Buster's on his own schedule, and had every logistical advantage I did not. Naturally, as the owner of $1 million IP should. He did not offer to pick them up on his way to my room later. He did not offer to stop at a store between his dinner and Dave & Buster's. He had a car and a packed schedule full of stops, anyone which could have included a 2-minute detour. He chose not to. He put the burden on the person who had the least ability to carry it, mocked me for struggling with it, and moved on to his evening plans, and I felt bad about myself, dissatisfying him. The same person who made my body's pain about his rejection the night before is now making the logistics of protection my responsibility. If it does not happen, it will be because I failed to provide it, not because he failed to care. He annotates, my lazy ass comment was a half-hearted joke. It was not meant to be an insult. The next bullet point, on my rides, I was driving people around. It would have been awkward and embarrassing to drop by a store just to buy lube. The next one, 3 minutes after my message was sent, Rent brought up her concerns. I suggested trying again the next day if it didn't work. These messages are in the picture below. If Ren was unable to get wet again, I didn't want to hurt her. I wanted her to have a good time, and unfortunately, I hadn't factored it into the schedule for RDC events and dinners that I had planned for months. Okay, I know it's not easy where you have a car. I'm tied with blank. I'm not as free as you to come to traveling unless we both could drive when the time comes. If you want, it won't be easier, make things better. We can try tomorrow if it doesn't work. He assaulted me less than 20 hours early. You can tell that I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Oh, man. Okay. Sip of water. Okay. He sold to me less than 20 hours earlier. He is now mocking me not being able to independently acquire protection for a repeat encounter he is planning without my full agreement. There is no check-in, no acknowledgement the night before. As stated above, my comment is not mockery, but simply a lighthearted joke. The next bullet point, I did not propose to try again that night. I suggested tomorrow if tonight didn't work out. It was not saying that we had to try again tomorrow if it didn't work. I was merely suggesting it. We can try tomorrow if it doesn't work. Okay. Can't stop thinking about it. Brandon's left out messages. Here they are. Here are the left out messages. We can try again tomorrow if it doesn't work. Okay. Yay. I thought this was the last time. Same. I just can't stop thinking about you. Think about blank. Okay. You're awesome. Heart. Got a hang out time. See ya. Have fun. It comes off to me that she was disappointed that tonight would be the last time, and was excited that tomorrow was a possibility. Later communication also reflected an interest in seeing me again and being physically close to me. I had to leave as I had to arrive for the first meetup I had scheduled. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why she didn't. I thought this was the last time. I thought this was the last time, Sam. I just can't stop thinking about you. You're awesome. Okay. Yeah, and then she sends this. Have fun, sends the message. Moi, can I get a moi? She's spending the evening with He is leaving to spend the evening with others. He has planned to come to me later that night. He says goodbye warmly and casually as though nothing bad has happened. I then ask for a moi. I'm still operating in fawn response. 1 minute after saying goodbye, Zeals sends, by the way, this isn't dating, so no ODing when we get back, okay? Want to make that clear. Can I get a moi? Moi. Bye. By the way, this isn't dating, so no ODing when we get back, okay? I know, it's just nice when you say newy stuff like that, and well, it's just like that, okay? He never once checked in on me, my physical or mental health, nor cared. He never asked if I was okay after the night before. His only concern was his reputation, how people perceived him, and my silence about what happened, and to never take accountability for everything, making sure I know my place in the dynamic. I wanted to make it clear to Ren that we weren't dating. I saw our hookups as more as friends with benefits situation. I wanted to make that clear, as I am not a romantic, and the romantic stuff was giving that impression. I simply wanted to express my boundaries. We were two people from countries far away from each other, and I didn't want to be in a long distance relationship. I was typing this out in the moment as I was walking out to the area of the meet. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm trying to go home. Zeal ? I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere right now. Sorry. Oh, need pickup? I'd to be honest love that, but redacted person already getting an Uber to pick me up. Didn't think you'd want to, but yeah, I'm just sort of in a parking lot. Okay. I offered to pick her up because I wanted to help her. Nothing more. She declined, and I accepted that. In a parking lot. How far from the hotel? Not sure. I ended up not going to the arcade. I don't know. Blank. Is blank with you? I asked how far it is because I'm just curious. Yeah, she says she doesn't want me to, not be safe. But I said that because we were on the way. But, the people who were coming didn't come, and they won't let me in without an ID, and person is underage, and we just... Okay. Zeals offered to pay me. I thanked him. I said X. I did not call Zeal for help, but was already arranging my own way home. I did not want Zeal to come pick me up. If anything was to happen to me, I at least want to keep him in the comfort of my own room, near my things, and shower. Wait, if anything was to happen to me, at least keep it in the comfort of my own room, near my things, and shower. His offer to pick me up was clear and in patience, and not a concern for my safety being in the middle of nowhere. He wanted me back ASAP. The annotation reads, I asked to pick her up because I was concerned that she was in the middle of nowhere. I did not know that an Uber was on the way. I'm trying to go home. Stuck in the middle of nowhere. Oh, need pickup? Yeah, it wasn't said that you had an Uber, so you said that after he offered to come and pick you up, like a normal person would do, to offer to come and pick you up if you say you're in the middle of nowhere. I met a guy in the elevator, lol. To meet so many cool people, lol. Most people at RDC thinking I walked around and talked to people, and many people said I'm really cute and adorable and gave me hugs. They told me they thought I was this big, scary, tall fuckboy and turned out small and cute and huggable. I'm sorry. I'm happy so many people thought I was not really good or just outright terrible and unlovable, and that people won't like me. It's almost midnight. Are you back soon? I told Zeal my entire day. I showed him photos of almost everyone I met, shared my feelings, my excitement, my self-discovery. Zeal told me nothing about his day. His response were brief and distracted. When I finished sharing my entire day's responses, it's almost night. Are you back soon? He was not present in the conversation. He was just waiting around for my body to arrive. I was excited. Yes, we had, to my knowledge, been sexting all day, and I was very excited to get together again. I don't usually talk about my day unless prompted because I don't want to bother people about it. Okay. My immediate response to "I'll stay hard for you" was, "Can we take it slow? Please don't rush, please." This is a direct, explicit response because I'm scared. I'm just asking him to slow down before I even arrive. I told him I was worried I was being a burden to him, and his response was to tell me he was maintaining an erection for me. This is the clearest possible statement of what I was to him in the moment, a body he was waiting on, not a person concerned about. The bullet point under says, yes, I said this because throughout the entire day we had been talking about sex. It was meant as a stupid sex joke, nothing more. I was excited to see her after only seeing her a few times during RDC. Ren is someone whom I love as a person. I do not see her as a body. I wanted to hang out and have sex with Ren because she was Ren. Because someone whom I had known for many years and grown attached to. This was a screenshot that was not included. You can tell because like the profile picked on Ren is changed for the document she included, and then the document, or not in the document, and the screenshots that Zeal is including. Yes. Zeal, just, can we take it slow, please? Don't rush, please. Yeah, I just want to talk about, what's this said? Wait, where's the like, okay. Okay. I want to talk about how it goes and boundaries and things. Okay. I want to kiss. I want to take it slow, but no tongue right away either. Okay. That happens slowly. Small pecks, then long kisses, cheek kisses, neck kisses, body kisses. Love me. That's the only way you'd unlock my feelings. It's easier for you to get hard and I wish I were a man because it's easier. But for me, it's a struggle. I need you. I need your help and your time. Yeah. I said I wanted to kiss because I wanted to kiss her again. I brought up a suggestion because this is what we did last night, which started these encounters. It was not meant dismissively. Ren brought up her concerns, and I agreed. Sorry, you're fine. You were excited. Yeah, I was. Yeah. You were a fucking feral animal, man. It's funny. I didn't hate it. I just didn't feel ready. Fast enough because it needs time and love and care and foreplay and words. You need to say things to me. That's not nice and fun. Sex happens. It's not like porn. It's really unrealistic. There are professionals. They're not professionals. They're actors. Porn is for the quick. Yeah. Sex is intimate. My pointers for the first night are the same as above. I did not have much to say because I agreed with her that last night had gone a bit fast, as it was my first time. I understood that I needed to educate myself more on how sex should be paced and done. So you apologized in one word. Okay, that was that statement. Sex is intimate. You just need to show me how genuinely you want me, okay? Yeah, I will. Moi. Okay, kisses. Cool. I'll get ready and come over. By the way, when I wake up tomorrow, I'll leave immediately. It's a long day. Have to be ready. It's all right. I just really want to sleep with you. Okay, I'm home. I just need the bathroom so bad, Lo. I'll come over. Okay. I'll wait till you're done, of course. If I don't answer, then I'm in the bathroom, Lols. Okay. Okay. Oh. Anyway, before he has even arrived, he has already announced his exit. He will immediately leave when he wakes up, and he tells me this. I have no expectation of any sort of care. He is managing my expectations the same way he managed them at 4:05 p.m., making sure I know my place. I have just spent the hour asking him to go slow, setting boundaries, and explaining that I need coaching, and coaching him on consent. His response to all of it, was that to confirm he is coming over and announcing when he will leave. The annotation reads, I had to leave early in the morning so I could attend a prior engagement. Additionally, it was another day packed of events. My intention was not to let Ren know her place. I had scheduled my visit to RDC ahead of time and had not planned to get together with Ren or anyone else during it. Okay. Midnight. At 11:59 p.m. on September 4th, 2025, Zeal had confirmed he was coming over. I had just arrived back at my hotel room and being stuck outside round one with my friend. I went to use the bathroom to get ready. I took longer than usual. I stood up in front of the mirror for a long time, looking at myself. Why me? I was terrified. I was afraid he would lose control, that there would be unprotected penetration, that I would get pregnant, and that if I did, I would have to kill myself. Okay. What people would call me, how miserable my life would be, and how lonely it would be bracing for what was about to happen. Sorry, I paused for a second. I thought I had... Okay, my bad. Sorry, someone sent me a text. I was bracing. I got ready because I had been conditioned to believe that keeping Zeal happy was something that I could not afford to fail at. The annotation reads, I had no intention of penetration without explicit permission. I wanted to do things Ren brought up, taking her pace at this time, determining to do it right. He did not wait for the invitation before coming. He was already positioned in the hallway outside my door before I said I was ready. Stood there and waited. He confirmed my room number, then came in. Okay, I was waiting in the hall, 405. I'd gone over to the hotel early because I wanted to see Ren again. Once I entered the room, I put the condoms on the drawer and sit next to Ren on the bed. I then asked for permission to kiss her. She said yes. Over the course of the next 2 hours, we did everything at her pace, kissing, taking clothes off, just talking together. The morning I discovered marks on my neck I'd noticed the night before. Seeing them caused me immediate distress. I told him that I never wanted this, and asked him that what he had done. His response was not remorse. He laughed and said, "Don't worry, Roblox steps get no pussy. They won't know what that is." During this time, Ren had asked me to kiss and lick her neck. This, in turn, gave her hickeys, which I didn't intend to leave. Before this, I did not know what a hickey was. Okay, during the second night, a day after, when I was trying to talk to him about respecting me, he placed his bare penis against my intimate area and said, "Don't worry, I won't put it in. I just want you to feel it." I became scared. I was afraid he was going to ignore what I just said and penetrate me. Anyway, at that moment, I was terrified of becoming pregnant and felt completely unsafe. I remember silently praying that he would not do it. No penile penetration happened in both nights. We did everything else. Ren is right. There was no penile penetration. Says Zeal. My bad. Zeal. My bad. We engaged in other kinds of sexual activity. In the end, Ren asked if she could jack me off till I came, and I let her. We then cleaned up again last night, took a shower, and then went to bed. Renan had asked me to spend the night with her, and I did. I slept on my back while she slept on my chest. I wanted to make it clear that I would not have spent the night I want to make it clear I would not have spent the night actually sleeping with Ren had she not asked, as I would have preferred to sleep in my own hotel room. Whilst we were cuddling and talking, Ren talked about how she had told 2 of her friends about our first encounter, and that is the specific reason she had asked for lube, because her friend recommended it. I was saddened by this, as this is the one thing I had requested her not to do, but I decided to look past it, as she may have just been excited in the moment. Okay, I'm not reading that, but you can read that. There, I said it runs away. Thanks. So, oh God, okay. Ren, your thing tasted really fucking good. I'm sorry. So, I don't know what happened, but did you really not like it when did I hurt you? A bit. because it felt like you enjoyed the first half when you were laying down. I just think you're a bit too small, lol. But then I ruined it. But it was nice, but it just hurt a bit. Okay. Your blank is really, really fucking huge. It's like fun huge. Yay. Like when I saw it, I was like, and then spams the keyboard. Your body smells really nice. I don't know. It's memorable because it's still in my nose when I want to remember. I don't know how I can remember that I have really bad memory. Wow. Okay. Was it, like, annoying for the fact that I let you flip me around and move me and stuff and not moving much myself? I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do, so I let you do stuff. It was just felt super nice, and just how dominant it feels to be tossed around because you're like huge and can lift me and put me in whatever you want. I'm like, he's so strong. I like doing it. Makes me feel strong. I felt so tiny. Yay. It made me feel so tiny. I loved it. I was like, wow, he takes my clothes off. He flips me. Sorry, I'm having the fucking, anyway. It's like, wow, he takes my clothes off. He throws them away. He flips me over. He takes my bra, flips me back on. Okay, I just go limp and let you do things. I really liked it. You're so strong. I like doing things, showing off my strength. Well, your show off impressed me so much. I wish we'd touched and kissed every muscles more. I appreciated every inch of your hard work. Ren, I really liked it. She did say that. Did you think about me during the time we were busy at RDC? Yeah, he lives rent free in my head, inside of my brain. I'm so cool. I might have to censor this part if this is the scent stuff. I was sad it took so long to get home. I wanted to spend more time before sleeping. I had wanted to spend more time with her. Later, she sent me many explicit drawings with sexual content recalling this night. Okay, I'm going to have to censor that, but, okay. Editing zombie, censor this part out, so you can, okay. I want to post this to YouTube, bro. Okay. Us that one time. I'm going to censor this out. We should try again sometime. Would. Me when I have to on Ren because she's cool. Do you like being, by the way, not sure if you liked it. I did. I kept caressing my body where you, and I'm like, that's silly. I like your tongue on my mouth that day. I tasted it. I can't forget how it tasted. And, your tasted really good. It's weird to say, right? There's nothing in our private messages that came across to me as if Ren had not enjoyed our sexual encounter at first. Also, sorry for, like, every time I came, we just stopped. First time, I was embarrassed. Second time, I wanted to sleep because had something get up early. Third, I had to attend RDC. It's okay. It's okay. I guess it's just the way you word things in text makes it sound harsh and mean sometimes. So I was like, no, he hates me now. I messed up. My performance sucked. He doesn't want to see me as stupid shit. The overthinker. I liked 69ing with you. That was hot. I want to do it again. Twitter conversation. Okay. We're now at the halfway point, and we are now about 2 hours into this video. We continue onwards. September 5th, 2025. September 25th, 2025, the conference. That morning, I went to RDC. I had been excluded from Zeals' server. I'd been told I could not speak to Zero because she was unwell. I had been kept at a distance from people on his team for months, managed and redirected every time I'd reached out to him. Here in person at the conference, there was no buffer. I saw them. I decided to try. I approached Kat and Zero. I was not confrontational. I was not there to start anything. I wanted to clear the air. I apologized if I'd ever hurt either of them in any way, to show them that I was just a normal person, not whatever version of me that had given a second hand through Zeal. I wanted them to see me. Ren was not permitted into the development server any longer, as she was no longer a developer, says the annotation. Ren had insulted Zerum in their DMs before leaving the development team. I was not aware about this until later. I did not know that Ren had interacted with the rest of the team until I had returned to my home country, September 5th, 2025, the following morning. During the night on the 5th, during the foreplay, Ren had asked me to kiss and lick her neck. As I wanted to satisfy her, I did it as she requested. I did not know what a hickey was at the time and had given them to her by accident. And she says in the message, I discovered marks on my neck. Ren informed me that a friend had brought concealer that she would use. As such, it did not seem like such a big deal to me at the time. Thus, the joke. Okay, let's see here. In the afternoon, September 5th, I messaged Zeal, caught your dumbass, germs loser, now I'm burning up, dizzy fever. Zeal responds, oops, and then sorry. I call him names and swear at him affectionately. The tone is joking. I am sick because of the physical closeness they shared. And I'm laughing about it. I'm channeling my illness into affectionate teasing. This is a shape of trauma bond. The source of harm becomes the source of comfort. Yeah, I do remember this. Yeah, caught your dumbass germs. I feel dizzy. Yep. The dumbass Zeal germs. Can I beat you up? Gonna punch you. Fucking loser. Shake my head. Fuck you, silly. For the record, I was not sick. I'm still sick. Says Ren. Zeal said he is not sick. Ren says I'm still sick. I'll wake through the afternoon, watch my Uber on my phone, and make a joke about the driver's music. I message Zeal. Zeal tells me he has a 2-hour dinner. I respond, 2 hours? That's long. I haven't had a bagel. Have fun, Noi? I don't know what that says. Take care of yourself. I'm ill, alone in my room, and my concern is for his dinner. This holds true across all of the entire record. My attention is oriented towards Zeal's comfort, even though I'm the one who needs care. The dinner in question was a very high-profile event. The game studios like Sega and Toshihiro Nagoshi present. Damn. All right. This dinner had been planned for months. I knew that Ren had 3 additional friends who they were hanging out with, so I thought they could have taken care of her. I asked if I could see everything beforehand. Zeal responds, I'm not coming over. I need proper thoughts. And I said, and asks, can we tomorrow after everything is over? Zeal, probably not. One syllable. I absorb the rejection and move on. Zeal says, I'm not coming over. Sorry, I needed proper rest tonight. Okay, can we, after tomorrow everything's over? Probably not. Zeal sent the message. Whilst I still cared for Ren, I was exhausted as I'd barely gotten any sleep the nights I'd spent with her. This is very hard to read, and I'm going to have to zoom in here. Oh my god, whoa. Okay. Where'd we go? Here we are. Let's try again. Thanks for everything. Try time first, final right. Kind of weird, but a bit of ego. I heard knocking. I don't know. I thought I got up. I've been in bed, but I was at the door in front and open. I do remember this. I apologize for wanting affection, calling myself selfish. I don't know, man. I just want some alone time. Having only gotten 5 to 6 hours of sleep, 6 and 5 hours of sleep, I wanted to take a proper day's rest. While I did enjoy having my first sexual experience, this was also an important business event for me. I did not function well without proper rest, and being around so many people all day, and then spending the nights in Rem's arms had drained my mental batteries. Okay. I asked if we could, yep, and then, okay, sorry, it keeps jumping up whenever I zoom out. Man, keep fucking, Jesus Christ. Zeal sends a long message for the first time and never. He tells me plainly that what I have found in him was not something I can keep. He frames it as care and says, this is kind of why I was afraid. What he was afraid of was my attachment, not for my sake, but for his convenience, only after he got what he wanted more than once. I'm thanking him. I'm telling him, the person who assaulted me, that gave me hope that men can be good, and wish that there are more men like him. fucking God. I've normalized what has been done to me, what was done to me, so completely I can sit in its aftermath and feel grateful. The annotation reads, I've said this, I do not wish to be in a long-distance relationship. I wanted to make it clear to her that this wouldn't be healthy for us. Ren told me, in person, in bed, how I was the only good thing she had going for her. I'm bringing that up here as a point to why I don't think a relationship is a good idea, since we both have to go home. I wish men, I do too. Good men exist, but fuck, we're a rare breed. This exchange is the clearest distillation of the entire dynamic. He gives me just enough warmth to feel seen. Then he withdraws. Then he feels to go and find it somewhere else. Then he says sorry. He has done this across every section of the record, not once showing up for what he's done and recognizing that he hurts me and continues to hurt me. He annotates, I was trying to explain to her that once we leave America, I won't be able to be there for her, as over the past 2 days, she's expressed to me that she wanted to stay with me, something which just wasn't possible. I'm not going to go in, I'm not going to read all this because I have read all this about the trauma bonding part. It continues here. Let's see. I was dismissive, distant, and withdrawn because I was constantly busy physically, talking to people, connecting, and just overall being busy with a lot of things. My texts were short and brief as I was active, talking to people in person, etc. I was just incredibly busy, nothing more. Stockholm Syndrome? Yeah. Okay, you're welcome to pause and read this if you would like. Yeah, I said I would read all of it, so I'm going to read it. My response to Zeals' sorry is not what a person with a clear view of what has happened should write. It's clear that it shows that this is someone in the grip of a trauma bond writes, someone who has been so thoroughly conditioned to orient toward their abuser, and the abuse itself has become the source of their sense of safety, and without it, I'd collapse. I write, in part, don't be, I lost all hope, but you gave it back. Now I know men like you actually exist, even if it's rare, so thank you for this. All of this. And then, minutes later, I feel safe with you now. I don't think I'll ever feel scared of you again. You're a genuinely gentle, kind-hearted soul, and you deserve the world. I love you, Zeal. I wish you the best, genuinely. I wish you all the happiness and laughs and success and everything you wish to strive for, and will support you. I won't distance from you ever again. We wouldn't have connected the way we did this fucking close if we didn't love each other and care this deeply and appreciate so much. I know I have someone in my life, and that's awesome now, he. I tell him I feel safe with him. I tell him I love him. I tell him not to distance himself from him. I tell him I will not distance myself from him ever again. I thank him for giving me hope. I call him a genuine, gentle, kind-hearted soul. God, couldn't read that shit to save my life. This is being written to the person who sexually assaulted me less than 24 hours earlier. They call it trauma bonding. It was an experience, I was experiencing many things, something called Stockholm Syndrome, in which a person has been harmed by someone they depend on for safety, affection, and validation experiences on an intensified attachment to the person in an aftermath of harm. The abuser becomes, paradoxically, the only source of relief or fear that is created. I'm going to put my note in here. Stockholm Syndrome is also, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I do know that this is mainly found in victims of kidnapping because they do it for survival. Now, does it happen in these kind of scenarios? I'm not going to act like I'm obligated to speak on it, but from what I know about Stockholm Syndrome, I believe it is mainly around like in cases where someone has been kidnapped and held in a place against their will. So, Anyway, every element of Zeal's behavior throughout this record, the warmth and the withdrawal, the praise and dismissal, the physical access followed by normalization, it's consistent with a grooming pattern that produces exactly this response. The fact that I express safety after being hurt is the key to showing something genuinely horrible was happening, but I don't know and was unaware at the time. I also referenced something Zeal had promised to me a while back after the last update, a reference to previous interaction within the Roblox community content, and says the shit I did happened and stuff. I am already re-narrating the assault and stuff and happened, something that got away of plans rather than something done to me the same way Zeal had framed it. This is on the 6th. And I already read this, so okay. He says in the Q&A, and he says that with his team and other people, I respond normally and say I would like to meet them, and then ask him to let me know when they are done. Screenshot showing him stating that this is a Q&A. Then with others, when I continue to coordinate seeing him in person. I'm in the Q&A, not NP now. Your team is looking for you. I'm hanging with them. I'm hanging with them we made up. I'm with blank and blank. Well, I want to meet them. Let me know when you guys are done. Okay. At this time, we are showing off our new update at the PS5 stations. I was not active on my phone because of that. Afterwards, I had to drive some friends around, which took up a majority of my time. Okay. When he responds, this is on this, okay. When he responds, the exchange stays brief. I continue updating him about what I'm doing, including getting ready for the awards night and going home to rest. While he replies remains short and limited. Hi, hey, what you doing? What are you doing? Attending RDC. Oh, how's it going? It's closed now. Oh, cool. I just finished shopping and I'm going to rest a little bit. It was an awesome fit for the awards. I got an awesome fit for the awards. I'm going to be awesome looking, dude. That's good to hear. A general note, my constant minimal reply stems from exhaustion and having to attend events, hanging out and talking to people constantly. It was draining my social battery a lot. Yeah, you forgot you left these. Says, oops, no. Flippancy, then denial. He marks my nick. I do remember this. No. At this time, I had been told that Ren had talked about our encounter to her friends. If had been told that she was wearing her hickeys loud and proud. Wait. If had been told that she was wearing her hickeys loud and proud. I knew Ren had concealer, but I was told she was rubbing it off. We later discussed these messages privately in Twitter. You have the pic of my hickeys you gave me that night. Blank annoyed me so much, though. Kissing my Ren. Alright. He kept looking at my neck and giving me the feeling that I'm a whore and kept saying he's uncomfortable around me doing stuff. That's when I snapped at him. He took on the dad role too far. He still texts me to this day. The marks on your neck made me really sad. Why? I didn't do anything wrong. Blank gave me concealer, but her skin color is different from mine, so I covered it up and it looked like a bruise, and they all kept looking at me weird. They wouldn't shut up about it. I was thinking person overthought everything. He thought you and I did bad things because of his dumb fucking culture, and he started thinking we both ruined our lives, and then he got uncomfortable in his own dumbass brain. I was on edge, and he made everyone on edge that night. They said you kept rubbing it off. Huh? Rubbing what off? The concealer? No, I didn't. Why the fuck would I even say that? Oh well. Whether she rubbed it off or not, I cannot be sure, says Zeal. She does not think that me and her did bad things. Does she say that? Marks on your neck. Wait, hold on. Everything he thought and I did bad things because of his dumb fucking culture, and he started to ruin our lives. He got uncomfortable, was on edge. She does not think that me and her did bad things. No, she doesn't, because she is actively saying, okay. Yeah, no, she's not saying that you guys did bad things. She's saying this other guy said he did bad things. inferring that you guys also did not do bad things. And judging off of the other Twitter conversations, it doesn't really look that way. Okay. On September 6th, Ren is claiming that I sent her messages in order to abandon her. The RIA notification comes through in our conversation. Ready for IRAs? Doors are open. Make your way over and enjoy some pre-show bites and drinks. Remember that there are no re-entry once you exit the venue. I text, careful. One word. I'm watching out for him even now. As he walks into a room full of people who do not know what happened in my hotel room 3 nights ago. I'm still the person who cares whether he makes it inside before the doors close. Then, may I see your fit? Robo responds, not now, it's starting. He dismisses the request of 4 words. The show is starting, I can't wait, or I cannot wait. It doesn't not matter because he is walking into the Roblox Innovation Award. I'm going to just fucking say that. And I am on the other side of the screen. He says, here's mine, and sends a photo of himself. Okay. The RIA night was not over when I wrote that. It was just beginning. What happened next is the hardest part of this document to write, not because I'm not sure of it. I'm sure of every second of it. It's hard to write because I'm still here. And for a long stretch of that night, I was trying very hard not to be. What he did, what he knew. Zeal knows I have BPD. I'm assuming that's... Okay, never mind. Sorry. Getting another drink of water. I'm getting thirsty. Yo, I gotta piss like a fucking racehorse. I'm gonna finish this document. We got like 50 more pages. Light work, no reaction. All right. Zeal knows I have bipolar depression. He has known for this. He has known this for a long time as we have been close. He knows what it means. The fear of abandonment, that I can become consuming. The emotional pain can escalate past what I can regulate on my own. The way I spiral when I feel cornered or discarded. He knows all this. That night, he used it. He engineered a situation that he knew he would trigger me. He knew exactly what lever to pull, and he pulled it. When I lost control, this is what BPD looks like when someone who knows your diagnosis deliberately pushes on it. I said things I did not mean. I made threats. I am physically small. He knows I am physically small. He has always known that. The threats were empty, and he knows they were empty. He had just left marks on my neck 3 nights before. I would never hurt anyone in my life, but the threat existed now, and that is what mattered to him. The annotations read the following. Since Ren is not showing the messages, here are they listed below. After less than an hour at the Roblox Innovation Awards, I had gone back to my hotel room due to how loud the theater was. I was then informed by a friend that Ren had told more people that I had previously known about our encounters, instead of her and just another friend. Because of this, I messaged her and let her know that this was not okay, and I didn't want to talk to her anymore. This was not me pushing her diagnosis. This was me very disappointed she had disclosed our private business to what felt as everyone. Below is our DM history from, what's it called? RIA. Okay. May I see your fit? Not now. It's starting. Here's mine. I'm sitting up. Are you down or up? I'm unsure. I'm excited. This is surreal. Hee hee. Dude, I'm being told you're telling people. Can you stop? Dude, I'm being told you're telling people. Can you stop? What do you mean? Who? Our business. Can you fucking not? These were in the omitted information. Oh no, these are real. I was worried that these were potentially fake. What? Who the fuck was it? You should know by now because I told them. Who told you? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? I'm not saying because you made them uncomfortable. Zeal, who is it? I'm not, and you're making me disappointed that you're telling others now. That isn't cool. Zeal, please do tell me that. No, Zeal, I need to know. I'm not saying who, and it's big enough of a problem that you're telling me now, that they're now telling me. Is it blank? I'm going to punch blank in the face today. Why did you even tell blank? He knew. He found out by himself. Doesn't mean you have to fucking talk about it. Like, come the fuck on, man. So I admitted it. And it wasn't blank. I'll deal with this. I'll figure out who it is now. I explicitly told you not to tell others about it, and you tell them. I don't care if they knew. I'll deal with this. I asked you not to talk about it. This wasn't fake. I had a lot of people telling me that this was probably fake, and I don't think this is fake. I'll deal with it. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You broke my trust. I can't trust you now. Fuck my life. Fuck. I'm going to do this to him. I'm going to that him. It wasn't blank. I'm going to blank. My heart rate is so high right now. I can't stay here. I'm going to find him right now and punch the living shit out of him between the seats. It wasn't blank who told me. I know it's not. I'm coming for the guy. They won't let me, and I'll fucking find him. Security stop me. Tell him to face me like a fucking man. Blank didn't show you because you, didn't show because you made him too uncomfortable. I know it's not blank. You said it's not blank, so I'm sitting out waiting. Once he leaves, I'm him. I don't give a shit if they deport me. I don't give a shit if I get arrested. I don't give a shit if anything happens. Why do you fucking tell me in the... Wait. Why do you fucking tell them in the first place? God damn. I told you really fucking clearly, do not tell others, so why did you go talking to people? What the fuck is wrong with you? If you want to come punch me, you can. I'm sorry, security lady is right. Punching someone wouldn't do anything. Please don't kill your... Okay. You don't deserve to die. I'm not DF. What's DF? I don't know if it matters anymore. It's okay. The back rooms, it's weird. Okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. After I had sent stop, I had turned off my phone. Oh my. Okay. Walking his dog, sidewalk. He saw me without shoes on in every bed. I'm so sorry, Zeal. I betrayed you. I got excited and I betrayed you. I hurt you many times. I continue to hurt you. I betrayed you, but I didn't mean any malice or ill will. I got ahead of myself because I felt too short and too excited and thought my close friends could keep it a secret as they told me about their experiences. I know this doesn't mean anything to you, but I genuinely didn't want you. This is Ren saying this, by the way. I know this doesn't mean anything to you. I genuinely didn't want to hurt you. You know I wouldn't want to hurt you. I love you too much. I love you too much to want to hurt you. I just kept doing the dumbest fucking shit, and I'm sorry. And if you don't need to accept my apology, but I know I'm sorry. I'm confused, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm a grown-ass adult. I'm 22, and I should be more mature than this, yet I keep behaving like I'm 17. I'm human, a really stupid one. What I did was never out of bad intentions, but it was still breaking my promise, and I never broke a promise before. This is the first promise I've broken, and I must say it feels right in the chest to... Okay. 2 hours and 30 minutes, guys. Or 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, going strong. Sorry. I apologize if I'm stumbling. This is the longest consistent reading I've ever done in my life. And I'm not good at reading. Really stupid one. Where was I at? I was confused. I didn't know what I'm doing, and I'm a grown-ass adult. Okay, I already read that. A stupid one. And I must say it feels tight in the chest to break a promise when it's crushing your insides. I wish I could fix this or make it up to you in any way, but I guess all I could offer is time and give you the space you need. I love you, Zeal, and I'm sorry. The man that saved me on the sidewalk told me that you love me, and that's why you'd forgiven me so many times. I sat there processing that. He said he cares about you so much and trusts you he won't hate you. And he cried when he found I was trying to find a place to kill myself. He told me you wouldn't want me... Wait, he told me you wouldn't want me dead or kill myself tonight because of something this silly, and I said it's not silly, it's fucked up what I did, because he said you're hurting... He said that you're hurting, but you'd hurt the worst if I were gone. Do you really want to hurt him worse? And I started crying, saying, no, never fucking ever. I love him. I never want to make him any worse. Make this any worse. So I picked up my phone, and Maria was crying. I think that name is supposed to be redacted. Okay. My bad. I'm reading the document as it is. I wasn't trying to expose nobody. I was literally just following along with it. Don't get mad at me for saying that. I should have. My bad. It's not redacted in this document, so. Disclosure here. Oh my God, I hate how. I'm sorry. I know the screen is hard to look at. Hold on, let me zoom back in here. Okay, this is more, no, it's not. It's not more centered. Let me zoom back up. Okay, there, that's more centered. I'm trying to get all of this in here. Okay, started crying. I realized how many people I'm hurting selfishly. Let's see. Blank screamed at me, "You're selfish. You're so selfish, Ren. Why do you not give a fuck what anyone is feeling? You hurt Zeal, and you're hurting me. I did not intend to, but I did not, and I want to improve. I didn't want to remain convicted. I'm a helpless, lost cause. All these people trying to comfort me like I'm the victim when you are, and I'm telling..." Huh. Okay. "And I'm telling you deserve the care, not me. Genuinely, you didn't deserve what I did to you. I really wish you hadn't done all that because I miss you. You're very soft." Zeal's annotation reads, "After I sent stop, I closed my DMs sent from Ren and turned my phone off. It was only after I had flown home a few days later that I was notified about her suicide attempt. This horrified me as I was not made aware of it until then. Correct grammar. I wanted to reach out to her again in order to ensure that she was safe, and I wanted to help her, as I still had feelings for her. I brushed my anger aside and gave her another chance. The police were called on Ren because she because she had freaked out her friend by telling her that she was going to kill herself." Okay. Behind my back while climbing the buildings. I learned this afterwards. "I was not a threat. I was a 22-year-old girl in formal attire with no shoes, somewhere in a city I did not know, trying to find a tall enough building to jump from." I was not a threat. You're a threat to yourself, bro. Do you not, read that fucking sentence again? I was not a threat. And then in the same, paragraph, trying to find a tall enough building to jump from. Huh? Okay. All right, sure, bro. What? You can be okay, yeah. Anyway, Cyborg called my phone multiple times. He said he wanted to give me a hug. He said I should come back. He did not say that there were police waiting. I was tempted. I wanted someone to want me, but I decided I did not deserve hugs, that I was too horrible to deserve comfort, so I did not go back. My friend X was not there that night because Zeal had told me he would not come. That was a lie. Friend X did not show up at the Roblox Innovation Awards because he had a business meeting, not because I made him uncomfortable. Zeal invented that. He told me friend X did not want to be around me, so I would feel more alone. It worked. Okay. Let's see, and it worked. What I know is that friend X, when I found out when he found out where I was and what was happening, left everything. He was in the middle of someone who represents a major creator. He left it. He pushed people to find and help me. The police were not called because Ren was a threat, but because the person who called was concerned for Ren's safety, as she was expressed that she was going to kill herself. I have no idea about the police's involvement until post RDC. I answered, I yelled, I cursed at him. I asked why he had not shown up at the Innovation Awards, why he left me waiting. I did not know yet that Zeal had lied to me about X not wanting to be there. I was still carrying that lie as fact. I only stated that X did not want to be at the RIA because Ren, not forego her entirely. Because of Ren, not forgo her entirely. I never claimed that X would abandon her. Okay. X and I sat together on the sidewalk for a while, and during the time I texted Zeal, not to tell him what had happened to me, not to comfort him, to apologize. Again, the same reporting back to Zeal cycle continues even here. I had just spent hours trying to find a way to die. A stranger had sit next to me on a curb. My friend had run through the streets to reach me as the first thing I had done and held back my phone. Tell Zeal I was sorry. Once again, I'd closed all messages from Ren, and not because... Once again, says Zeal in his annotation. Once again, I had closed all messages from Ren and did not become aware of the suicide attempt until I had returned home. Messages left ignored for 4 days. Okay. I think I've already read all this. I have already read all this. Okay, this is the follow-up. I fucking miss you. I fucking miss you so much. You don't even understand the guilt I feel. I was up for the past few hours pretending I'm telling you things because I didn't want to text you and make you block me, so I was just saying things and spamming myself. I'm so sorry for everything I did. I'm so happy and excited. I didn't think twice, and I fucked up and I betrayed you. I gave you all the space you need. Just please don't go away. I'm not leaving. I'm just sad and disappointed. You have every right to. I've been reflected and I've been working on myself and bettering myself. I don't ever want to be like this to you ever again. Ever. Let's see. Reconnecting. There were 4 days of silence. On September 11th, we started talking again. He was sad and disappointed, not me. He was sad and disappointed, not me. He assaulted me. He lied to my friends about me. He was at the Innovation Awards while I was on the sidewalk trying to die. At this moment, he is sad and disappointed. I am begging him not to go. I was sad and disappointed because she had told 5 people about our encounter, something I'd asked her not to talk about. I'd left the awards early as the loud noises were giving me a headache. This was not aware of her current and was not aware of her current situation. You have your right to be. Yeah, I already read this. I want to note what is happening in these 2 screenshots. He opened by saying he misses me and I was soft. I responded by apologizing for everything, listing my failures, begging him not to block me. He responded by being sad and disappointed. I responded by making sure he was okay before his game release. I'm the only one who almost died, and I'm managing his feeling about his Roblox update. I did miss her. I missed her so much, says Zeal in his annotation. She is such a nice person to be around, and I love being with her. But I was still realistic about our geographical issues. I did not have time to talk with Ren as I was currently under extreme crunch to publish our upcoming Operation Heartburn update, which was a part of an official Roblox event, as RDC had put us behind schedule. I was under a lot of stress to meet such a short deadline. Zeal sends me a photo of Bunny of another animal response. I just told him you don't deserve this cruelty, and I replied, Zeal, you were the only person who understood me. I can't believe that what I did to you and how I betrayed you. You don't deserve this cruelty. Okay. I had just told him someone was mocking my suicide attempt. His response is a bunny photo and a reassurance. And my response to that is to apologize to him. Again, for betraying him. I'm the one who almost died. I'm the one being publicly mocked, and I'm apologizing to the man who assaulted me. Once again, I was under extreme crunch, and thus I did not have time to console Ren. I sent the bunny picture because I thought it was cute, and I thought it would cheer her up. September 13th, busy with work, 2025. 2 months before I could see what it was. Okay, this is what the note at the end of the section describes. September 13th, marking 1 a.m., I am sharing old songs I found on an archive site, sending selfies, spamming memes, and silly drawings. Sending them stickers saying, super proud of you and you matter. Writing, I want to live in your hugs and I'd go anywhere to see you again and I'd be a silly cat with you. He responds with a one-word answer, a bunny photo saying, hi, at nearly 6 in the morning. Another game in the event broke the event systems. I was in a crisis mode trying to figure out what was wrong. It was update day and there were plenty of bugs. I did not have time to talk to Ren properly as I was busy with work. Man, fuck you. When I woke up, the first thing I think is, hold on. Getting some water. Man, my chest hurts from reading this off. This is like an exercise, bro. Like talking this much in one sitting. Anyway, morning messages. Ren, man, fuck you. When I wake up, the first thing I think about is, I'm not saying this is a cringe way. It's true. Fuck off. Blah, 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 blah. Everything plays in my brain as well. It's like burned into my memory. Why is this like snipped? Is it weird that I recall every single detail about how you looked and how you sounded, everything, like, it's just so memorably clear in my brain. Your face, your hair down over me. Fuck you, man. You're so stupid. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Why are you so handsome? That effing idiot, fucking bitch, more. Damn, bro, going off. I get embarrassed thinking about it, even though it's in my brain alone. I just get embarrassed, like, oh, it's not very appropriate. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid for you. I'm so stupid. I wake up. I remember. I get flustered as fuck. I'm going to tell you, yeah, what else do I do? It's your fault. Motherfucker kills you. Jesus. Who's dumb, attractive, cute, F you. I used to think naked men were gross until, they're gross. How are you the exception? That you did us change so much of my perspective and so many things I fucking liked being a girl, a woman around you, man. And what the fuck, I used to think I was only masked, then you happened, and now I'm like, well, maybe I want to be a woman, but maybe with him is really nice because he made me feel like a respected, loved woman, not weird, and I liked it. The week in America made me love being female. I felt normal. I felt so normal in me. I felt so normal in me, and then you came and made it clear I love being a girl with you. Ren, you're so lovely and caring. I love being a girl with you. You're actively contradicting yourself here. You don't... I know, and, I'll pause for a second. I know fawning is like the response being used here, or what is claiming being used as the response. Dude, it would be one thing if it was like a text or two, or if it was like partly engaging in the conversation. There are so many messages. Okay, I know firsthand. This is not a compliment. This is him reminding me that he has been there, that he's seen me, that he knows my body because of what happened at RDC 14 days later, and he casually deploying that as a confirmation, not tenderly, not as any weight, just, yes, I've read the receipts now. I kept going because he said I like it was nothing, so I treated it like it was nothing because this is what we were doing at 2 a.m. It was a compliment. This is the Twitter DMs. I thought it was all right because I'm just really small in many aspects, and it feels like I'm not really that satisfying to touch. Say that to my hands. Have those two, I guess. I'm better looking than those stupid girls. Question mark? Wait, what? He showed me two porn accounts in that night, and I spent the next hour trying to prove I was better than them. I said, I'm better looking than those stupid girls. I sent a meme. I was competing with accounts he had shown me for attention for the girl who shown them to me. He said, question mark. He did not try to give me the win. He set up the comparison, watched me run towards it, and then acted confused when I arrived. I was confused by the emoji. I don't know what it was representing. It did not occur to me at the time that she wanted to be complimented. The emoji just knocked me out of it. I asked if I was reading Soundable, said, meh, I don't know. I told him I wanted to understand. Him better, to care of him better. I called myself a loser for reading books instead of just asking ChatGPT. He said, man, I don't know. I just raw dogged this shit. He was not interested in being understood. He was not interested in being understood. He was not curious about himself. He was not offering anything to me to work with. I was doing all of the labor of making sense for him, and he met with meh. I apologized for trying. I just wasn't interested in talking about my mental struggles, says Zeal. At this point, Zeal was the only person left. The pressure team had blocked me, my best friend mocking my attempt. The person who hurt me was also the only person still talking to me. When the only person who responds to your pain is someone who's caused it, your brain will do anything to keep the connection alive, including apologizing for your own assault. This is something that you are about to watch happen in real time. I say the truth. He goes silent. I panic. I take it back. He comes back. The cycle repeats. Every time I name what happened, I lost him for a few hours. Every time I apologized, he returned. My brain learned that lesson fast. Okay. This is not me being weak. This is a condition working exactly as it's designed to. He built this in this conversation. You can watch it operate. He responds with and annotates in this document. It was a few days after update day. I still had to be on to help fix bugs. At the time, I was managing around 50 plus different people, getting things ready for upcoming content, hanging out, etc. I have an incredibly busy time schedule and was thus unable to give her my full attention for the 9 hours she described. Whoa. All right. Her real name. Wait, what? He used the phrase friends for 5 years more than once. That fact, on September 16, 2025, I joked that he'd probably forgotten my real name. He had. He said sorry. 6 minutes later, he told me he had just come to my name, the name I gave him minutes before. Then he asked how old I was. I want to be precise about what that sequence documents. He sexually assaulted me on September 3rd, 2025. Before that, he spent months emotionally manipulating me, cycling warmth and withdrawal, collecting my physical measurements, planning what he would do to my body at RDC. He made me feel seen in many ways to trust him. He used that trust in a hotel room I cannot unsee. 13 days after the assault, he did not know my name. He did not know how old I was. That was what 5 years of friendship looked like to him. He had 7 months since September 3rd, 2025. He was still making his game. His platform has not removed him. He had not apologized to me. He had not reached out. He told people I harassed him at a convention and positioned himself as the one who needed protection. He did not know my name. He never needed to. I was useful to him without it. I had indeed forgotten her name, says Zeal, as I was so used to calling her Ren for the past 5 years. I knew we were around the same age, but I had forgotten specifically how old she was. It was a spur of the moment question. I confronted him after Zeal opened a conversation. If we ever meet up again, it could be a one-time thing. I had not asked. He volunteered for it. Over the next 30 minutes, I reassured him. I told him we were young, that I did not expect the future to be figured out, that I would not depend on him for stability, that he deserves love, and that he was worth the risk to me. I told him to shut the door early. I told him to be brave. Then I said goodnight. He said he had told me I had just only... Wait. Sorry. I had told him... He had just told me I could have him once. I spent 30 minutes making sure he was okay about it. I managed his feelings about what he'd done to me. He said goodnight. The annotation reads, I had made it apparent to Ren the day after our hookup that I wasn't interested in a long-distance relationship. I was starting to feel entrapped and sorry that I was leading Ren on with sexual and romantic comments. So I wanted to make it clear to her that we'd have to end it eventually. The relationship eventually, for context. It felt like I wasn't allowed to say no or outright reject Ren, as I was afraid that her not being with someone romantically would cause her to spiral and self-harm again. I only said goodnight because the talk of travel, moving in, the future, etc., all this love talk was scaring me, and I just wanted to talk about something else / stop the conversation. I named it directly. All I am to you is just a body to fuck. Whoa. Without hedging, I connected what had happened at RDC to a pattern I recognized in myself being used, allowing it, telling myself it was something else. I had woken up from a nightmare about it. I also asked the question that mattered most when he held me that night. Was it because he loved me, or was it because I was expecting something from me? I said I could not meet him again if it was one-sided. I said I wanted love, not to be used. It was the clearest I had been in the entire conversation. 12 minutes later, I walked it back. It's fine, though. I'm not mad, nor am I upset at you. If anything, I feel dumb and kind of don't really give a fuck. I deserve this shit I did. I don't know. It's just, I don't think I'm ready for love, to love anyone just yet. I think we can love. I'm just not ready for love. I'm not old enough to jump into the whole jar of cookies. And it seemed like something you were, but I'm just not ready for that responsibility yet. I don't mind waiting. Wait, what? I name it directly. All I am is just, all I am, where did she say this? I don't mind waiting. Like, you're here about marriage and forever after 2 days of smileys. I don't know, it scares me. Oh, nah, that's not what I meant. The annotation reads, it did not occur to me that Ren was interpreting everything as she just being another body to fuck. She was not that. Like I tried to explain to her, I was not ready for romantics and all that it entailed. The next bullet point reads, I held her that night because she had contacted me and through what I interpreted, it seemed like she needed to be comforted. I did not head over to confront her with the goal of sex, but to try and confront a longtime friend, as they've said that they've had 5 years of friendship. When I was holding her, I did not love her. I held her because she had come to me whilst in distress. And I wanted to help her. And the final bullet point, I kissed her because she asked me to. Okay. The apology and the label. At 2:26 p.m., 12 minutes after naming what he had done, I wrote, it's fine though, like, I'm not mad at you, nor am I upset about it, to be honest. If anything, I'm feeling numb right now and kind of don't really give a fuck. I deserve this for the shit I did. He did not respond for 5 hours. When he resurfaced at 7:59 p.m., basically 8 o'clock, he told me he was not ready for love. He said that we had been friends for years and that it was going to be weird from friends to lovers. He framed what I had named as assault as a relationship transition he was not prepared for. He made himself the one who needed to be handled carefully. The bullet point under says, I do not recall why I didn't reply. I was likely taking care of something offline, or was too busy working. To me, it did not feel like transition from friends to lovers. It did not feel like a transition from friends to lovers, and I was not ready for that. She said, I did not mind waiting. I then apologized. I called myself stupid. I did not. I said, I genuinely did not have any feelings figured out about anything in life. He had sexually assaulted me 13 days earlier. I was now managing his discomfort about being loved too much. At 8:11 p.m., I told him I never cried like that before, not anywhere, not with anyone. That was true. I meant it. But I also told him my brain was going into two different directions. Not two different directions. My bad. Either he held me because he loved me, or he came to my room that night for other reasons. I don't know which one. I'm going back and forth trying to make sense of what happened. I was starting to understand something, though I did not have a name for it yet. I kept going back over what happened in that room, trying to figure out his responses. Trying to figure out his reasons. I was not calling it assault yet, but I was getting closer. This was part of the process of figuring it out. I was putting the pieces together in real time in a conversation with the person who had done it to me. The annotation reads, I came to Ren's room to comfort a friend who needed comforting. Maybe the screenshot reads, maybe it's an autism thing, you don't understand what this is, but it's not something friends do, Zeal. That's why I got confused how you felt. In that room, when you held me on the couch, both Blank and Cyborg were confused, because this is not something friends do. That's how they knew something was up. Man, dude, I don't know. I know you don't know. That's why I'm trying to explain. I did it as a friend, and it became more than that. Okay, friends don't do this. I told him clearly. more than once. Friends do not carry someone to bed and hold them and breathe down their neck and wrap each other in their blankets. I told him that friend X and Cyborg were confused in that room, that they knew something was up, that I had many friends at the event and none of them had done what he did. He said, man, I don't know. He said, man, dude, I don't know. Wait, what? I do not have, wait. Oh, bro, I do not have any friends in real life, so I don't know what friends do and do not do. Okay. I kept explaining. He kept not knowing. I was carrying the weight of something he was unwilling to name. I gave him every opportunity to say it clearly. He responded with variations of I don't know how. I stopped asking. I did it as a friend because it came more than that. And I'll tell you as well, no girl will let you touch her or carry her around like that unless she wants you to, because friends don't do that. I had feelings for you. That's why I let you. It's because for 2 years, I've felt you're a very kind and beautiful person deep down. So this isn't just a 2 days thing, Zeal. I quit pressure because I felt hurt about the way you behaved towards me and because I couldn't handle seeing you this stressed out. Your friends that are girls won't let you hold them that way unless they feel for you, because it crosses the just friends boundary. They assumed you're breaking that boundary. I don't really have personal boundaries with friends, so I don't see it in that way. They can all slap my ass if they want. I don't really care, or I don't care. Well, your life is going to turn into hell because that's not how it should be. People think you're some fuckboy and they won't understand you just because they won't understand you just because you don't understand what you think means. I assumed you loved me because of what you did. People won't think, oh, haha, this is just Zeal being wholesome. The annotation under reads, I have not had a relationship. I have not had the need for sexual boundaries until this encounter, as I had never been in any sort of relationship, known if anyone had crushes on me, etc. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Ren, I love you, but, I don't love you yet. I don't know a word of it. No, I don't understand. To me, I was comforting... I don't love you yet. I don't know how to word it. To me, I was comforting a friend who's down in the dumps. I'm glad we are talking because I need you to talk to me. It got a little zesty. Bro, I'm gonna slap you. He annotates, to me, I was truly comforting a friend who needed someone to hold. I was trying to lighten the load of rejection by making a joke. Okay. He sexually assaulted me on September 3rd, 2025. On September 16th, 2025, on 8:34 p.m., he described it to me as it got zesty and we got naked. The word zesty is not an accident. It is a specific kind of erasure. That kind that sounds lighthearted, even funny, so that anyone reading it would feel they misunderstood the gravity of what was being described. It reframes assault as mutual flirtation. It reframes a hotel room as a violation, as something that simply happened to both of us equally, a thing that got a certain way of its own, without agency, without harm. He told me earlier that that he was comforting a friend who was in the dumps. He told me he does not have personal boundaries with friends, that anyone can slap his ass if they want. He asked me if they could go around sleeping with other he asked me if he would go around sleeping with other female friends, and his answer was if they wanted. I responded to it got zesty by saying I was going to slap him. I joked at it. I did not know what else to do to the person who assaulted me, who turned it into a joke. I then apologized for freaking out. We got naked is the second part of the sentence, and it does the same work. We did not get naked. He took my clothes off. His tongue was in my mouth. I could not think. I was nonverbal. I was out of it. There was no moment where I made a choice about my clothing, no decision, no reach, just him and my bare hands, and me not present for a way that counted as participation. The word we turns into something mutual, a thing two people did together. That is what happened. We got naked requires someone on my side of that distance who was choosing. That person was not in the room. Somebody's gonna make like a zombie can't read English compilation. How many times I've stumbled on words. Oh my god. Okay. The next sentence, or the next annotation reads, yes, it was meant to be lighthearted and funny in order to lessen the blow of me basically not wanting to be connected the ways that Ren wanted. Future plans, long distance relationships, etc. I was not looking to settle down with anyone, nor looking for, hold on. Apologies. I had to go spit up like fucking like shit. So I don't know I've been doing this for a while. I hope this doesn't make me sick. I've been doing this straight, by the way. Like I've only taken like maybe 2 like breaks. So anyway, continuing. I was not looking to settle down with anyone, nor looking for relationships. I saw our encounter as a friends with benefits situation where Ren wanted it to be more. I tried to establish boundaries that I was not interested in that kind of a relationship, but she kept ignoring it. Zeal laid out what he was offering. We can still keep being friends. We can keep being freaky. We can keep masturbating to me if you want. We can fuck if we meet, etc. I just described the assault as he had just described the assault as getting zesty. He had not just told me he did not love me. Yet sex, when convenient, no commitment. He was not ready for love. He was ready for this. I responded by telling him I cared about him. I had bought a book on autism and relationships because I wanted to understand him. The other girls would not give 2 shits. I was still, at this moment, trying to be what he needed. I accommodated the terms. This conversation began 13 days after he assaulted me. It ended when he accepted on an agreement that gave him everything he wanted and named none of what he had done. Probably because everything up to this point, there has been no... How would he have known what he has done when you have not told him anything? Like, respectfully. If there has been mutually, verbally implied consent throughout this entire encounter, why would he ever assume that what he has done has been sexual assault? You have painted this picture that you were trying to keep this secret because you didn't want this to get out. But what this looks like, and when you get all the context to everything, is that the reason you weren't going to tell anybody is because he did not want to tell, he didn't want you sharing y'all's sexual business. Well, Jesus, bro. I was asking if we could give this a chance, not forever, a chance like 2 adults who had been through something together and might not want to figure out for what it was, responsibly, carefully, like grown people. He turned that into far too ahead, too much, as if wanting to date like an adult was the same as demanding everything immediately. As if asking to be considered was the same thing as asking to be chosen forever. He was the one who held me all night. He was the one who said he would have liked to hold on to me forever, but he was asking if we could try like grown people properly was too far ahead. The annotation reads, I did not want a committed relationship with someone who was long distance. Ren talked about settling in marriage whilst I was in bed on the 5th. I was referring to that moment. Dating someone not in your country requires a lot of planning. Although I did not say that specifically in this comment, I was referring to the logistical, economical, and mutual effort that was required in order to be in such a relationship. With everything having happened so fast, I had not had time to plan on any of these. My comment about holding her forever was true, but that's it. It was just I would have liked. Just because I said I would have liked to does not mean that is something I would actually be able to do. The song. I told him I would be making it. I shared a file, sweet.mp3. Making it was mine, something I was writing, personal feelings and expression, not finished or mixed well. I was not giving it to him. I was showing him what I've been working on. He misread it as a GIF and told me GIF scared him. I correct him, no LMFAO. I was writing this when you started talking was finishing it up. He said he was getting a lot of mixed signals. I said it was fine. Then he said if he could have it for something, he just liked it. I said, just personal feelings and expressions. Yeah, sure. He pinned it. He told me it would be for pressure. I said, that's fine. I had spent this entire day trying to make him understand what had happened between us. I had named the assault, walked it back, apologized, explained, watched him minimize it as getting zesty, accepted his terms. At the end of it all, he looked at my creative work for his game. I said that was fine. Then he asked if it was okay. I said, I don't care. He said, hugs my rent. I thought the song sounded good and wanted to add it as an anticipation track, says the annotation. I had been in work mode for 6 straight years. As such, I saw the track as something work related. I simply thought it was a good sounding song, and I wanted to add it to the game, as they had done many tracks that were similar in nature. Voice crack as fuck. Oh my god, my voice is dying. Anywho, as they had done many tracks that were similar in nature to the game previously. 9 hours after the conversation began, Zeal asked, am I still allowed to think of you when doing it, by the way? Just woke up and got morning wood. I said, sure. Then, I don't mind because I'm, single, so I don't care. I was not enthusiastic. I was exhausted. I spent 9 hours in a conversation where I named what he did to me, apologized for coming, confronted it, explained holding someone in a hotel room means, watched him call it getting zesty, accepted the terms he offered, and gave away my music. Sure is not consent. Then what is consent, bro? What do you mean? Sure isn't consent. Sure is consent. You, whenever you say, sure, man. Yeah, I don't mind you doing this. Sure. That's like, okay, sure thing, buddy. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's not consent? What is consent? I'm confused at what your definition of consent is at this point. Like, holy shit! What do you mean? What do you mean? This is not consent! What? That's not saying maybe. That's saying sure. That's saying, okay. Alright, continuing. Sorry, I've been reading this for the past 3 fucking hours. And as I've been reading this for the past 3 hours, I'm like, okay, there's a lot that's been happening here. And as I'm starting to get the more complete and full picture of this entire scenario, my God! Okay. Okay. It is what it is. It is what is left when someone has run out of energy to hold the line. It is when a person... It is the sound of a person who has already given everything and has nothing left to protect. He said, okay, this is the last exchange document here. It was not the last thing he took from me. Ren had he says then in annotation, Ren had told me that she had thought about me whilst masturbating. Ren had told me to let her know whenever I was thinking of her, and if I wanted to ask if I was still allowed to do this, even after rejecting her offers of a long-distance relationship, as I was still very much attracted to Ren as a person and wanted to respect her boundaries. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably edit this next part a lot, because if this is going to contain anything that I can't show on YouTube, I am going to have to censor it. So, anyway. Okay. On September 17th, we moved to sexting on Twitter. This is the first of many messages that I encountered at RDC again. I don't want to read this. Okay, I've already read this in another video, and I'll have it on screen if you'd like to archive it. Same with this. Okay. I learned about her harassment on the team. On September 19th, Ren was contacted about a Roblox event opportunity to host her music on something called The Block. The thing that he said he would provide if a screenshot couldn't be provided. Those were the DMs with Ren. I was not aware yet of what Ren had done to any of the others at RDC, and I was it was only when I had talked about this opportunity to the other developers when I was caught fully up to speed. I learned how deplorable to everyone else she had truly been. After learning all this, I obviously wanted to cut contact with her immediately, but I was also scared if I did, she'd try to herself again. After talking about it with a friend, they suggested to employ the gray rocking tactic in order to distance myself from her in a way that wouldn't cause her to that would not cause her to harm herself greatly, simply falling out peacefully, which I did. I should just be like a rock. A list of some of the things I was told she had done. Point number 1, had harassed team members in person. 2, had torn apart a sticker she had been given, then gloated about doing so. 3, had followed the team group around even though it was making everyone uncomfortable. 4, had harassed friends in DMs prior to RDC. Part of the strategy involved losing interest slowly. So I continued to talk with her just less often. I cared and still do care for her, but that did not mean I was willing to look past how horrible she had been acting towards my friends. And I truly never let the fact go that she had talked about our private matters behind my back. I reconnected back on September 11th as I was scared that she'd hurt herself. I wouldn't have done so otherwise. Events from, and this is from the 19th, that's the teammate who guilt-tripped Zeal into firing him. That's what they remember, and also the whole leaking the soundtrack early. You DM'd me about it, and yeah, I remember I covered this in the last video about her leaking it early. Remember that too. You felt awful, an awful last impression. But I didn't leak it early, did I? 2 things are being held against me: that I guilt-tripped him into firing me and that I leaked each soundtrack early. He never fired me. I quit on my own when I started losing it and feeling fed up. I never wanted to come back and work for pressure again. This was a one-time event that Roblox invited me to, and I did not want to turn them down. I denied the soundtrack accusation right there. He did not argue with the denial. He just kept going. Okay. This is how this works. The accusation does not need to be true. It just needs to be the story. Team tells you. Did not raise the job. Kat already put it in the story. The team remembered it. It is still being used against me since summer when I quit. Ren had, in fact, leaked it early. This is real. Oh my god. Holy shit, this is real. I leaked your... Yeah, what? I leaked your entire soundtrack. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's kind of funny. I think I deleted it right after. Okay, I remember talking about this. The comments, reviews. Okay, another 10 views. Frankly, I don't care that much. Is an excellent composer. I do remember this. Then I promise I won't bother you guys again once the OST is finished. Just to bear with me until it's done. At the time, geopolitical tensions were adding to the stress. I remained patient. You got to get out of there. Do you not know how much it would cost? I remember talking about the immigration stuff. I'm mentally unwell. I was told I was being abused in a way. I tried to take it. I really tried. And this was on, when was this? June 15th. I'm a good person and I keep believing it. You just painted yourself as someone who isn't, and I'm not going to talk about this anymore. It really has drained my social battery. I'm sorry. I won't bring it up again. Do you still want to be around me? Yeah, but I need a break right now. Yeah, but right now I need a break. Okay. Interesting. Okay, after hours of cataloging exactly how burned my reputation is, after explaining every reason the team does not want me, after doing this at 4 a.m., it drained his social battery. He said he said he still wanted to be around me, but needed a break. I said, of course, all the time he needed. I said I hoped he could get a good night's sleep sometime. I thanked him. I said I would do my best not to disappoint him. I said this is to the person who had just spent 4 hours making me call myself a villain. At this point, it says in the annotation, at this point, I had been made aware of the things Ren had done at RDC. I needed time to think, so I excused myself from the conversation. Our last communication. September 25th, 2025, and we are nearing the end of this document. Wow, 3 hours and 2 minutes. Jesus. All right. Our last communication, 2 days after RDC, I had posted personal questions on my private Twitter a while back. Things like whether he thinks about me often, what his size was, they were just sitting there. On this day, Zeal got on Discord and told me he was not comfortable with online forwarding and dating anymore. He set his boundaries. Then he went to his private Twitter and started answering those exact questions. I told him to stop and not to answer, just to set boundaries. Why are you telling me this? He answered them anyway. But she told me for real, Sai, you didn't answer any of my questions on Wait, what? Questions you can see at the bottom of our Twitter transcript. On this day, Zeal got on Discord. Wait, you set boundaries. Why are you telling me this? He answered them anyway. Okay, yeah, I wanted to talk about it. I don't think I'm comfortable. / cut out with the whole online forwarding relationship thing. I don't think it's healthy for me. Okay. He does not want to date me because of distance. Not because of what he did, not because he manipulated someone he met at a convention. I'm not close geographically. And then sorry if you guys are hearing me move my mic cord around. And then you can't continue to you can continue to go to me if you wish. He had just told me he did not want a relationship. In the same message, he tells me I can keep being sexually attracted to him. He is not ending the exploration. He is ending the parts that require emotional effort for him to keep, while keeping the parts that serve him. He wants to stay friends. He wants me to still be able to, oh my God. He wants me to still be available to him physically. He is making sure I stay attached enough that the next time he sees me, I will still be here for him to use. The annotation reads, I initially did not want to date her due to location, but now I no longer want to date her due to how horrible she had been to my friends. I was playing along with her questions to appease her. I was content on removing her private account, which is why I did not argue back. Twitter suspension. Okay. When the fallout started, when the things between us became something other than what he wanted them, he got my account suspended. The annotation reads, after cutting Twitter contact on September 25th, I never initiated with Ren's private account after again. I don't even know that it had been suspended. Okay, it got suspended. I never reported her private Twitter account. Okay. As a part of me writing this document, a family member has recorded our whole conversation thread. It was meant to be private, and I would not want to share this conversation if I did not feel that it was necessary for clearing my name. That's that conversation. I'm not looking at it in today's video. I don't want to. Sorry for the voice cracks. I've been reading this shit off for like 3 hours. My voice is dying. 5 more pages. Okay. October 11th, I stood up for myself. The last conversation. 4 days after the shitpost gift, I've been sitting with everything, every deflection, every time I've tried to talk about what he did and turned it into something I was doing wrong. The last conversation I ever had with him. I finally said what I had been trying to say. I confronted him about the assault, the double standards, the way he'd been dismissed, my pain as mood swings, and treated my honesty as betrayal. He did not hear me. He compared it to old arguments to make it smaller. He told me to go to sleep. He framed the server they exiled me from like I was upset about not being invited to play with the cool kids. When I was desperately trying to tell him was that he sexually assaulted me and I needed there to be a real human in there. There was not. I blocked him after that. I never unblocked him. I was acting cold on purpose in this argument so that she would leave me be for good. Okay. All right, cool. Hold on. Rumors, reversal, and smear. I'm including the following screenshots because they document rumors that were brought up to me after the fact. I was told that people have been repeating a false claim that I was the one who sexually assaulted him. I am documented what was said to me, who brought this to me. and what I later was told where the accusations may have come from. Where I can't independently verify a claim, I said so plainly. In these screenshots, the person highlighted in blue is the person who brought them to my attention. The person in red is who they say who told them. Kat is the person I was later told may have stated or spread the false version of events. I don't know for certain that every step of the chain is accurate, and I am going to pretend I do. I'm showing what was told to me. I never claimed, nor do I have anyone who has claimed, that it was Ren who sexually assaulted me. Okay. Wait, what? The blue, there is actually something I have to ask. Are you banned from ever attending our future RDC events? No, why? Who said that? No, nothing, probably just lies. Who said that? I'm just scared to say it. I'm sorry, Ren. Blank, this is the same time scared to tell me things. For the longest time, I've been told that you're the one who sexually assaulted Zeal, and I didn't want to believe that. I need to know which one it was. Wait, what the fuck? Tell me who it was. Ren was banned RDC because of her... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. To the team, especially you. You know who you are. The way you have manipulated everything, damaged my credibility behind closed doors, and then collectively agreed with each other that Zeal was right in what he did to me, that I'm the villain of this whole story from before the sexual assault even happened, while we were working together on this game, says a lot as individuals. Not me. My friends, family, coworkers, acquaintances, community, and fans know me. I am not alone, like you attempted to make me believe I was. I am kind-hearted. I am kind-hearted. I am loved. Unfortunately, you do not know me, and never wanted to, and never will. The annotation reads, Ren had burned her relations with the team by her own actions. The majority of the team did not know about our relationship. On accountability. He thought my loyalty could be bought, that the money, the platform, the success of the game could be enough to keep me under his boot forever. For as long as I can remember, I lacked self-respect. It is not until recently, through therapy, that I began to realize how much I am worth. It's never too late to wake up. The annotation reads, when Wen quit, she did, to my knowledge, not have any other gigs or jobs lined up. I was simply trying to look out for her financially. When flirting with other women. On the soft 40 content, a soft warning to other women. The animal videos, bunny memes, and want to do this framing with me is not unique to me. He sends the same content, the same videos, the same framing to multiple women he works with. The underneath it says, because I think videos are cute. Because I share cute pictures of bunnies or cats with my friends and family, both male and female. Ren is right. In this way, she is not getting special... Damn, bro! Ren is right. In this way, she's not getting any special treatment. Okay, I wouldn't really... That doesn't make... Depends on how you... sorry. I read that wrong the first time. Okay. I read that as like a... Oh yeah, he's being like a playboy. But I'm not going to read it like that. I'm going to read it as I think how it is. All right. The final bit. Home stretch. Ren's perception of our relationship. I will forever appreciate you and what you did to me. You gave me the life I have now. You gave me an opportunity in life, and you paid me so well, and you tried your best to be there for me when you could. Then you carried me around, walked with me in random stores, held me that night, comforted me so long, and made me feel loved when all I wanted was for you to feel happy. Thanks for everything, Zeal. I love you, man. I don't know why Ren has retroactively called her consent or turned on me this way. I thought this was how things were between us. In conclusion, overall, the situation has complex and involved boundary and privacy breaches beyond the allegation Ren has posted. No other team members were involved in or supportive of the interaction, and they too struggled to navigate Ren's disclosures. I recognize that I have not handled every part of the situation perfectly. I have raised my voice at Ren when she streamed unreleased music publicly, and have regretted reacting in anger. During the post-RDC period, I could not have communicated more clearly and acted with more empathy. I could have communicated more clearly and acted with more empathy. I could have. I allowed boundaries to blur in ways that were unhealthy, and I did not always respond to Ren's distress appropriately. For that, I am terribly sorry. I take responsibility for my actions, for any hurt they have caused. The relationship and interactions between Ren and me were complex and involved mutual decisions and continued communication. Based on my understanding, our intimacy was consensual and occurred within the context of a developing relationship. Allegations that I assaulted Ren do not match my experience or the text or voice messages exchanged immediately afterwards in the following month. Consent cannot be given. Consent given cannot be retracted 6 months later. Jesus Christ. I do not share this context lightly. I respect Ren's right to process our interactions differently, and I recognize that her feelings may have changed over time, but I need to explain the full context. Wow. I have to put together my response to this. That was one fucking crazy document. Okay. Thank you all who have watched this all the way through. This is the longest video I have ever made. So, yeah. Thank you to everyone who has decided to tune in. I appreciate everyone who has stuck around this long. And I will continue to update more on the situation as it develops. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. See ya.